selection of good things on sale, stranger.
I cannot live another day without air conditioning.
Says tomorrow's gonna be hotter.
Hotter?
Like yesterday.
Yesterday? Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
I'll call today.
You call now.
I'll call now.
Now's the time to save on Sears installed central air conditioning. Get 0% finance charge, no billing, and no payments until August with the Sears Charge Home Improvement Plan. Call now for a free in-home estimate on a Kenmore air conditioning system. State-of-the-art engineering means greater energy efficiency. A new Kenmore could save 10 to 44% on your annual cooling costs. In time, even pay for itself. Sears also offers fast emergency installation, a 5-year warranty on parts and labor, plus our satisfaction guarantee. And you know Sears will be there to back it up. Get 0% finance charge, no billing, no payments until August. Offer ends May 31st, so call now and save with Sears.
So what's the paper say about tomorrow?
Another scorcher.
Cool.
Another scorcher.
Got him, dude.
Global warming. It's time, but we got an AC.
I had to do it. Oh, no. We got sponsored. I don't know about that, but pretty close. How's everybody doing? I'm really proud of that because that was like a last second decision.
Mm-hmm.
Threw that together. But welcome to the EX Podcast 628 edition. Should be up front. I forgot. Iowa won't be with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're here for Iowa, sorry. But if you're here for the TEPPEN, we can cover for you.
Suddenly, everything drops to 3 viewers.
Just gone, dude. Unhosted.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
But yeah, dude, here for the Cat Jam? I hope so. We got. I left this on the calendar, the calendario. Today's the 28th. We got 2 days until the end of the rank season. Yikes!
True.
Is everybody ready?
Nope.
Anyone still got left to grind?
It's gonna be quite the scorcher when I go back to rank tomorrow. That's all I gotta say about
God. What is, let me bring up visor. There it is. What's the top 100 score? What's the cutoff right now? 2059. That's a little high. And then, I guess only 2 days left.
Yeah, I
Yikes.
think 2100 is a good spot for top 100. I don't think it's gonna get too high in the final hours, but I could be wrong.
Ready to watch streamers tank their ranks? I'm gonna have to try at some point, which is a big bummer, but we'll do it. Right.
That'll be me. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Are you still playing Slow Metsu?
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm gonna be doing. Actually, no, I have a couple decks I got from people, but I'm scared to really try hard. Is it? Yo, shoutouts to the making the classic Jill deck, and we can't call it classic. Play TEPPEN. Why can't we call something classic?
Classic.
Got the word ass in it.
Not a classic.
Try hard, dude. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's get started. What shall we talk about first? Talk about old business or new business?
That was a good question.
We had the EXGP that ended yesterday, I believe. Gone.
Yeah, unlimited. How'd you
It
guys
was
do in that?
unlimited. 0 to 0.
Damn.
Same.
I did one run of unlimited. I got my 4 wins. I mean, it's just unlimited mode. There wasn't anything else going on for it. So you could just play whatever you wanted to. I ran into Uro. I ran into old Jill. I ran into Despair Mirror. Yeah, very, very old decks were available. Oh, and old Yawn. I don't know if Dragoon is there, but yeah, I ran into Dragoon playing Yawn. GG's.
Hit him with the public GG.
Yeah.
Not been playing for the past 2 weeks. Oh no.
Yeah,
Well-
imagine dropping Strider and not anti-botting it immediately like this Jill did. Did that put me in top 100? Please, can I just be there for right now? No. God damn it. 2-point Jills. Why do you exist?
2-point Jills. But yeah,
Three.
so there was that, the XGP, and there was also the final round of regular GP going on. Right?
Oh, that thing. Oops.
That's still ongoing, I think.
I guess I should strike out before it's too late.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
whether
think the
you're
final round of GP.
Oh, go ahead.
I think the final round of GPs are really important to do right away because, like, I waited a couple of times to the last day and it's like couldn't find anyone.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I think, important to just kind of try to knock those out.
Well, what's a good GP deck? Are we
GP,
doing Kiko?
Yeah, I think it's just green evidence. You can do Kakosho. I think that's what everyone was doing.
I
It's
think
good. Good.
Darkness Illusion's really good right
Really?
now. That's the
Yeah,
only thing that's been like beating me consistently.
I didn't run into any DI. That would have been nice.
Yeah, sounds
Darkness
interesting.
Illusion really, really fucks Kakosho because I mean you got to play out units and there's not a lot you can do because they're gonna get their halt the whole board active pretty easily. And they build up evidence very quickly as well. And there's just the halts just stall out long enough too. And I've even ran the anti-air heal and was kind of able to fly, stop them from flying over, which is what they go for. And I do a lot of I got a lot of seals off too, especially because they run like Rezo Dante. And it just didn't matter just because they were always able to like wipe my board. And like I would either deck out or just lose. There's just not a lot I can do.
Dante, that's crazy,
That's crazy.
bro. That's crazy. Ooh, the 3 Maggies, my favorite fairy tale.
Oh, and Lot of Heart is pretty good. There's like,
Yeah,
especially against green, there's not a lot you can do to stop it.
I loaded up 3 of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought green was really crazy for that format, and I ran into nothing but green. I at least won my first game, which felt pretty good, and then I lost after that, but I was fine because, yeah, you just got to win one game and you get 3 of the new packs, and this works for Group A and B, so you don't have to worry about that either.
Yeah, I would say that like I don't think Akosho is bad. It's really strong. I just think DI is such a big counter to it that you're probably going to run into green and DI. And green and Kakosho a lot in it, that bringing this as like a hard counter is pretty good.
For sure.
I should probably have some negates. Maybe not.
I saw some sneers being ran in the decks.
It's funny how 1 MP makes a huge difference. I used to just like look at Sneer and just like, whoa. I don't know, man. 4, it's a lot, but it's not that much from 3.
Right.
Ains asking who my first furry crush was. Hard to say crush or fixation, because we call their characters that you just like as a kid you get obsessed with, and you're not really thinking like, oh baby, I want to hit that, but Please, go on. Specify. Guest prosecutors, dude. Guest prosecutors. So 2 Cody Hackins, 3 Lotta Hart, 3 Maggies. Is that enough evidence, you think? Cards you don't own. Nonsense. Oh, fruitless investigation. Silver Ash from Arknights? I want the oh baby.
Oh yeah, Dragon. That was me in EXGP, not regular GP. You played Yawn, I played Despair. Just to clarify. But yeah.
Silver Ash from Arknights. I think we talked about this before on the Valentine's Day stream. He's okay. It's barely what you consider a furry though.
Silverash was top tier for a long while. He probably is still really good in that game. Haven't
It's
played
just
it in
like-
forever, but yeah.
Just like anime dude with like some hidden ears
Got a bird or something.
and a bird.
Yeah, he's got a bird. Yeah, he's cool.
As for Ainsworth's question, I think you already mentioned it during it. I don't enjoy the dabs, so you can definitely
Why
see
not?
my distaste of dabbing. I don't know. I don't like doing
Oh,
it.
dabbing.
Oh.
I
I
like
didn't mind.
I'm a perfectionist. I think there was one that I did, and then I was like, wait, I didn't lower my head enough, so I did it again. Dabbed again.
And then you dab again. Another
So
dab
we
will
got
do you.
3, 4. 3 AoE halts. Do we need more halts? That's so stupid. I'm not a halting player. T-Dabber.
Anyways, did anything cool happen this past weekend? I don't know about you guys, but
I heard there was a small little tournament that
anything happen?
Yeah, this weekend, did anyone actually get slate?
definitely no on the slate, but there was 2 really cool guys covering day 1 of the WCS on Friday night, and
Right.
then some amazing commentators casting the top 8 of the WCS Saturday
Ooh.
night.
Neat.
I don't know who any of those people were though.
How did day 1 go?
Day 1 was great. There were some awesome matches going on. I became fans of some JP players that I've never really watched before. Huge fans to Chikua now. Just watching them play red and purple was really impressive.
Holy shit, we found somebody. I was
So
gonna
yeah,
put this
it
on the
was- I-
background, but
Went really well. I mean, Secret was handling the left side of the bracket and covering those matches. I was covering the right side of the bracket, and yeah, it was really fun to cover all that again.
So, I tried watching both of you guys for as long as I could, but I definitely needed to get sleep because I had plans on Saturday. But I watched maybe the first like 4 sets of matches, and there was some crazy stuff going on for a lot of that stuff. And then like I passed out at some point, and then when I woke up, you were covering like the last match, which was water. And I just thought that was funny because like I don't know, like I passed out, I woke up and you were still on. I was like, oh wow, still going.
Yeah, it was a bit rough. I will say though, it's been getting better like monthly because I
Mhm.
guess I've covered the first day every month so far. The
Yeah.
first one unofficially, unexpectedly, and then a little more official capacity the other 2 days. And
Right.
it does seem the process of getting to matches is getting smoother, which is really good.
That's good.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Unfortunately for Secret, because Secret let me pick the side last time, and obviously I picked the NA side because I'm a greedy bastard. But so this time Secret got to pick, and he picked the side with water, so that he could stream the NA match. But Water's last match went to me because there was a little bit of our side went faster since we had one of the players withdraw.
Right.
So, yeah, just I think just so that they could wrap up sooner, they just had me cover theirs.
That's interesting. How it worked out that way, but I was glad that Water could make it to the second round. I did a lot of practice with him leading up to the big day, and he really wanted to practice the spare matchup, and he figured out the right approach of his first round. So I'm glad it worked pretty much the way I thought it would. And but he had to go up against Hyakio in the second round, and at that point I was like, good luck on that one, because I don't know, man. Like, Hyakio's pretty good, but like, it's interesting because Hyakio, of course, wasn't really doing that well in the past WCS tournaments, but I don't know. I just had like a crazy feeling that this was his time to like actually break through. And sure enough, he made a top 8 this time around. Unfortunately for Water, but yeah, some really crazy matchups the entire first day. I think my favorite match had to have been Earth versus Rana. There's just a lot of history between those two, and you know, being able to see them face each other like that for, you know, high stakes, winner gets top 8, and for it to go down the way it did at that point in the tournament, it was just really amazing to watch, because they were just, you know, going toe for toe on like every step, and yeah, Earth was able to pull it out, but Rana definitely made it really close.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to catch up on Secret side because I didn't get to watch too much of that.
Yeah, that was some good matches.
For the day one, there was a lot of Chikua's matches. There was even some that were just like, there's some crazy like last second blocks that didn't think it could happen. That
that's some good time.
It was really cool. I mean, I definitely have a favorite match of the whole event, but I guess we could start talking about the second day, the top 8 day.
Oh, can we?
That was me. Yeah, I think so, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say for that day, my favorite match was hands down Earth and Karan. That Despair match was amazing.
Oh yeah. That was pretty nuts. Definitely did not know what to expect at that point, and yeah, there were a lot of points across that night where I was definitely super tired and my brain wasn't ready to like process everything that was happening. I was just like saying words and hoping that it made sense to everyone. And I totally forgot that like no one could ever hear Luke except like us in the background. I just assumed everyone could hear him. So yeah, there were various points where I probably made mistakes, but I hope people enjoyed the commentary and the matches. It was a very, very crazy night/morning. And yeah, that was probably my favorite set too. Because the interesting thing about Earth and Kuran were, and I didn't realize this until like I was doing research and we got the decks and we were able to like look at all the cards and stuff. Yeah, they bought the exact same decks with the exact same cards. And yeah, I just kind of put 2 and 2 together like, oh, they probably prepped together.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Like
That's one of the
cool.
Yeah, that's what's like one of the really cool things about when you're casting like the top 8 is you get to see the deck list. You know, I'm definitely just kind of like watching and guessing. Like I remember I lost my shit watching Oi playing Sloryukin, and then I saw that he had the 3 swords in there. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was using one of 3 swords, which is I don't think it ever came out because a lot of his sets he just went double green black, which is whatever, but he at least got one game in with Sloryukin and it did pretty well. But yeah, I guess he was afraid to bring it out in some matchups. Was hoping to see it more. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I was definitely sad about that.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool that both Earth and Karan brought the same decks and they both ended up in top 3. Like, kind of. Some tells me that was a good lineup to bring. If it's the exact same lineup with the exact same cards, got 1st and 3rd place.
Oh yeah. If only they were on the opposite side of the brackets, I bet they would have just ran into each other first. for
It could
first.
have been a potential grand finals, but Murray was just going off again and reaching grand finals for the third month in a row. I don't know. And I think only one
Easy.
player was able to stop him, and sure enough, it was Earth. Pretty crazy, because yeah, the whole dynamic of like the entire top 8 was a lot of Zero and a lot of Oichi. And I've always preached this, but if you're bringing Zero to a tournament and you see another Zero, you probably want to win that mirror first game, like no matter what, because once you win the Zero mirror, you just get a huge confidence boost and like easy advantage. And that's pretty much what they were doing almost the entire tournament until like the very end, where it was like, okay, I know they're going to do it. Maybe I should do something different. And they both thought the same thing. Like, I totally called it, where I knew Earth was going to switch to Denjin. And then, like, Murray was, like, maybe going to play it safe, but at the same time, maybe bring out Yon since he didn't do it the entire tournament. And sure enough, Yon did come out. So that was kind of cool to see, like, a little bit of mind games with the deck selection at the very end of the tournament. Because, yeah, that totally can happen when you're not necessarily overthinking, but just, like, realizing that your opponent's super smart and they're going to do something different, probably.
Definitely. Yeah, and I just want to say, I watched as much as I could, but you definitely did a fantastic job on commentary.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, going back at it, it was an interesting experience for sure. I didn't really get much sleep that night, so being able to kind of like plug away through it, I think by the time we reached top 3, I felt kind of sleep deprived at that point. Like, I was really feeling it then. But like everything before then, I was kind of like still keeping my energy up and stuff, but I was really starting to feel it near the end. And like, not really taking many breaks in that event either, right? Where it was only like one quick break where I got to actually stand up and, do something, step away from the desk for a minute. And then the rest of the tournament was just like, yeah, like total focus and, talking and, buying time in between matches, calling the matches. And Chop was, very cool about letting me, do the play-by-play and kind of offering support commentary instead of him doing the usual play-by-play. So that was cool of him to let me do that. And yeah, Madeline did a good job kind of walking us through it and bouncing back and forth, and good job to Luke in the back end for orchestrating everything and whispering in our ears to move on or get ready for gameplay and all this other stuff. And yeah, it was a really cool experience, and I'm glad I could be a part of it.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely feel the thing about like not getting too many breaks. I remember when I did it like the first time, it's just like when we found a time for breaks, I was just like doing the Pepe run, just like to get to the restroom as quick as I can.
Yeah, I didn't even use the restroom. I was just like stretching and walking around, and that was it. I don't know. But by the end, when I had like an empty bottle of water, I could like start to feel it in my throat. I was like, oh, I'm about to lose my voice. It's like, oh no. And it felt a lot longer than it actually was. It was only like a 6-hour event, something like that. A little under 6 hours. It felt longer, but yeah, it kind of moved along pretty fast, all things considered. There weren't too many awkward stops. There was only one moment where the spectator mode broke, and they had to play through the match without anyone watching, and then move on. I forget which set that was. That might have been like Earth against Quran.
Earth versus Quran. Yeah, I noticed because the Japanese stream of it, they were actually watching Earth play off his phone, and that was the video feed.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but these things happen. But outside of that, there weren't any like crazy technical issues. Outside of the fact that like there were maybe 2 or 3 points where I couldn't hear Madeline at all, and I was kind of freaking out about it because, man, Discord does not know how to cooperate with me, at least with my laptop. It's kind of frustrating. because like I couldn't even see Madeline on the camera in the Discord call, and then at some points I couldn't even hear her. I was like, At one point I like tuned into the stream on my browser just so I could like hear along and try to make sense and see if like my name was called, but it didn't really work out that well. There were definitely some weird moments, but thankfully I made it through and I didn't embarrass myself too much.
The river is calm today, like a lull in the wind.
But yeah, that was a really great event. And congrats to Earth again. I'm really glad that Earth could finally pull through and like show up to one of these events because
Come on,
like him finishing 33rd place in the qualifiers, both in April and May, were just like total heartbreakers. I mean, it was good for me because in April I finished, 32nd, but I really wanted him to actually qualify for one of these because he's, probably one of the best actually like one of the best TEPPEN players that, we've ever witnessed, right? And it was kind of always a shame to me that he was never able to be in these tournaments, and then he finally breaks through in the 32nd spot, and sure enough, man, he was showing why I think he's like one of the best tournament players that we've ever seen. But I don't know, in terms of like, the best of the best that TEPPEN has ever seen, since it's been almost two years now, right, guys? It's like we are closing in on the 2-year anniversary, about a little under a week away. Like, what do you guys think? Like, if you guys had like a Mount Rushmore of TEPPEN, this was my question. If you had a Mount Rushmore of TEPPEN players, who would be your 4 faces?
Earth, Karan, Virus. I think I want to put Virus up there. And
Damn it, Gucci stole my answer.
who would I put for 4th? That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the answers because, like, I guess I'm curious, like, what you guys think constitutes as, like, the greatest TEPPEN players. Since there have been some really great ones, and some have fallen off a little bit, but others have, stayed consistent over the years.
Who do I want? You know what? Do I want to say Ryuza? No. Maybe. Just for like one NA rep. I don't know. I have my 3 so far.
A poll question? It's gonna be hard to poll on something like this, Secret.
Write
I
in
think
your own answer.
I think Earth goes on there no matter what. I actually had Rana as one of them. Just because like that when Rana and Earth were at their peak last year, they were like pretty much unstoppable. And those were the first 2 to like actually hit 2300. And I know Rana's been like on and off, but he's slowly been coming back and doing really good these past few months. And yeah, I feel like when Rana tries, he's like one of the best, if not the best.
I think Rana sounds like a good 4th for me.
Yeah. And then Karan for sure, just because he's always been super consistent and won Worlds last year. And then I was torn between Pacquiao. Who was the other one? Murray, just because he's been doing insane lately. And Last Guardian, because yeah, he did what seemed to be impossible in the first year, and he also had a pretty crazy run last year, so definitely gets an honorable mention. And then of course Kyle P, because he's Kyle.
Yeah. Where can they go if they don't know where to find the tournament feed? They missed the tournament. They couldn't stay up all night. What do they do?
Oh, to watch the WCS tournaments?
Yeah.
So day one was on Thirsty's channel and Secret's channel, right? So you can watch the matches there. They were also on YouTube for Japan, Narakawa, and Miso Soup. Did day one on the JP side. But the top 8, if you want to watch all the matches, Mount, you can tell them.
Yeah, I mean, I had it prepared just to play on in the background when we were talking, but I ended up playing in the GP. But yes, I do have a nice, neat little upload that is just all the matches. So day 2, there you go. Probably could have done something fancy with what do you call it? Taking the audio from the NA coverage and overlaying it on this, just so you'd have the face cams and the commentary.
That would be
But
cool. Yeah,
I didn't think about it.
I didn't even realize until like late last night that the NA stream was also on YouTube. I was only looking at the Twitch chat all night long, but I had to go back and watch the YouTube chat for a little bit, and my uncle showed up in there like the first hour. Like my uncle showed up in the chat on the YouTube stream and said, "Hey, Chris D." Like,
Oh, really?
I didn't even see it until like last night.
That's funny.
Yeah.
If you're not watching all 5.5 hours, how much of a TEPPEN fan can you be?
True.
Yikes, dude.
You gotta no fast forwarding, all right, guys. You gotta watch all of the downtime, all the banter, all of us stalling, the ad reads. Book Live, by the way, great company.
Yeah, I thought that was funny that that service isn't available in the States, I believe.
I guess not. I don't know. I thought it was. I don't know. I thought I heard of it, but maybe I'm thinking something else. Something that was not sponsoring TEPPEN.
Book Live, dude.
Because there's definitely like some manga service platforms that you can download on your phone, but I couldn't remember what it was called because I don't do that. Maybe I'm thinking of an anime streaming thing instead.
So, well, who have the sponsors been so far? We had Zone. We had Book Live, and what was the second one? Was it Meiji again? No.
Meiji was last month.
I'm trying to think what I changed my name to, because I always, for the qualifier, I always change my name to just
Zone?
whatever the whatever the product is. I for the first one I was G Zone Drinker.
Yeah.
For the last one I was Book Reader.
Well, last month was Meiji, and it wasn't chocolate this time. They mostly did like breath mints and other stuff.
I guess I didn't change my name for that one.
Yeah.
Mid breath
And then
hammer.
What is next month? Does anyone remember? It's like
Oh, they said it at the end.
I forget. I was so tired at that point. And like
wait, it's
Madeline
in game.
was, like speaking in Japanese or something, and I was like, oh yeah,
Momoya. And I don't really know what Momoya does. Other than Momo is peach, right?
I think it's just more food stuff, which I'm totally fine with.
Food.
It's like produce, yeah. Sounds good to me. Let's get some produce.
Momoya, Japanese cuisine in NYC. That must be it.
It's in New York.
I'm just joking. That's what came up first.
Oh.
Produce. Peach eaters.
Peach eaters.
I'm
down.
running out of ideas. So that was WCS. That was it's a lot to go through. It's crazy that like I can stay up as late as as late as I can. It's like 4:30, 5:30, and it's just like all right, I have to go to sleep. I wake up and then it's like the stream ended like 2 hours ago. It's like Jesus.
I had quite a journey after that stream ended. Let's just say that it was a very quite the day. Yeah, but I enjoyed doing it, and if I was asked to do it again, I would give it a long, hard think, but I wouldn't mind. But I'm going to qualify next month, so I'm not going to be able to do it. That's what I'm telling myself.
Shoutouts for this month's qualifier being on an American holiday.
It really
Yeah.
is July 4th, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's happening on July 4th. Exactly.
Let me go to this
I don't
bright
know.
page.
I
Yeah,
don't know
there
how
it
I'm
is.
gonna approach that. But yeah, you guys can enter the qualifiers now. We should mention that. Just go to the tournament mode and click the little enter button, and then you're good. You do not have to set a deck. I know a lot of people always ask that. You do not have to set a deck at this time, but you can actually play around with the deck builder in there. Every card is available, whether you own it or not.
They took away the button so you can't put a deck in before you hit enter, so that's nice.
Yeah. Do holidays count if they're on a weekend? So for me, I don't know about a lot of other guys, but I actually have Monday off from work as well, which is pretty nice, since 4th of July is on a Sunday this time.
Yep, I have Monday off as well, but
Mhm.
I'll be in Vegas, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able
Oh,
to do
damn.
for the qualifiers.
Oh,
Ooh.
damn.
I will be at my parents' place, but I will try to stream. The only thing is I can't make too much noise, so that might be difficult for me because these qualifiers are going to be really stressful.
Yeah, I definitely won't be streaming, but I might just be in the corner of the hotel room being like,
Damn. Especially on such a short notice. This is 3 days after the expansion drops. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. Very reminiscent of the qualifiers back in April, where no one really knew what was really good at the time. There was a lot of experimenting, and then slowly over the course of the qualifiers, people were like, "Oh, maybe this is good," and that's when Slow Purple was born, reborn, I guess I should say.
oh, they're smart. You already can't, you can build a deck now in there, but they're already excluding HBM.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
why does
yeah,
this have
yeah.
an exclamation point on it? You cannot delete, you must keep one deck. Alright, dude.
Qualifiers should start at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. I believe it
Yes.
says it on the timer above the qualifier picture. It should
You can
tell
also
you
find it on
exactly
the
how long you
calendar.
have till signups end. And then it should be based on your time zone. So for now out there it says 4:59. So it'll start at 5 in the morning, July 4th.
All right, I know what I'm going to do. Around 3 a.m. or whatever slightly time difference is going to be while I'm in Vegas. I'm just going to be sitting at the slots during qualifiers and just have TEPPEN up too while sitting at the slots, doing both.
Vegas should still be Pacific, I believe. So that's 2 a.m.
Slightly. It's different. It's I don't know. It's weird. I know
It may or
there's a
may
small
not be
difference.
Mountain Time. I think it's Pacific. I can't remember though.
Same
I haven't been to
Gucci.
Vegas in a while.
When I say woke up early enough, I mean I'm in bed still. I'm turn on, look at my phone, go to Twitch. Chris is playing. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna watch.
I'm still, I don't know. I got to get over it. But the last qualifier was just a rough ride for me. I really put me in a sour mood. But I don't know, man. It felt like I was gonna qualify with 3 hours to go, and I just could not win after the halfway point. It was just really bad. But I was first place in the first 2 hours, and I think it was True Asian or someone came in and was like, "How are you at 1800 already?" I was like, "I just kept winning. I just picked Slow Purple and would not lose a single game." And then all of a sudden I started losing. And I was like, "What's going on?" And then I could not win, and I was just tanking, and all I needed was 5 more wins or something, and then I would have been good. But oh well.
That's how I felt during May's qualifier.
Yeah, it was just rough because there was a bunch of garbage out there, as well as mirrors and all this other stuff, and I just started choking and bad luck happening and just a whole multitude of stuff. And yeah, definitely happened at the wrong time. I was just hoping my win streak would just stay a little bit longer, and then it would have been good to relax for the last 3 hours, but it didn't happen that way, I had to keep playing until the end, and then it was just done. Hopefully, yeah.
Well-
This next one should go a lot better though, because there's gonna be a lot newer decks, newer cards, a lot more fun should be had in general.
I mean, to be fair, like 6 hours is a lot of time. You can go up and down and all around in that amount of time, and usually I end up staying up late to watch this, and then I'll fall asleep in the middle of it. And I think the first two, when I was watching you, it's like you're not doing too well, and I'm like, oh man, this sucks, and I'm like fall asleep. Woke
I
up,
mean, if you-
oh I'm in, dude. It's like, say, dude, you got this.
Oh, for the months I
The
did
first
qualify,
two.
those were, yeah. It was pretty much the reverse this month. Like I did stupid well at the start, and I was like in first place for like a good 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden I was just like, all of my good luck ran out. It's just a complete opposite of the other months where I was just losing nonstop, and then all of a sudden I just kept winning. I don't know how to explain it.
It's all good. It happens.
But Dango's thinking someone's going to figure out Denjin. I honestly don't think Denjin is the way to go if you're going to play Red next month. Like, I would recommend Ultimate Weapon over Denjin.
I don't know about that.
Wow, girl
It's
a
dungeon.
lot of recalls.
If you were going to do a, like, more damage-focused action deck, I think Ultimate Weapon will be better than Denjin next month. That's just how I feel. Because I feel like Ultimate Weapon will help trigger damage quests a lot faster compared to something like Denjin.
I think it's a lot easier to dodge Ultimate Weapon and then just have a useless hero art than Denjin.
Yeah. I mean, Ultimate Weapon still has counters for sure, but at the same time, I feel like Denjin just doesn't have the tools to make it super scary in the long game.
I mean, we don't know, right? We have no idea what this next set is going to look like.
Well, we know about 10 cards for each color, and we do have all the legendaries for red. And, I mean, those cards are pretty good in any red deck, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even with Mary, I think Mary is better with Denjin than Ultimate Weapon, considering double Denjining is boosting her damage for that second one.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
it really easy to proc.
Yeah, I'd say Denjin looks good with Mary, for sure. But I think everything else just doesn't really need that Denjin buff to be effective. That's just how I see it right now. And like Denjin was kind of getting carried by a lot of my memory cards in the first place. Like you saw how strong Bit and Leon could be to close out games, and without that, I don't know what their closers will be. Like Agents, of course, Calamitous helped clear out a lot.
Unit based. That'd be
And
crazy.
they still have damage, of course. Red's gonna have a ton of damage. They always will, but those are a lot of tools that are hard to replace. But at least they have Hamiko.
I won't let the Satsu
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of why I don't really feel Ultimate Weapon that much either, though, too, because I feel like a lot of what Denjin relied on is also what a lot of Ultimate Weapon relied on.
They'll probably both have to use units more. Like, just rely on more units now to win games, which is fine by me. And they might go the human route as well. Same with Hado and GDI. It's still going to be more human decks. Especially because the new legendaries are humans. I don't know if dual color we'll see play off the bat. Like, red-green could be good. But I don't know yet. Hard to say.
We made an HBM. Yeah, I got the list. Oh, baby.
But we're like a minute away from a reveal, by the way. Speaking of new cards,
Oh, right.
I'm done.
just
I
the
I
just
have
the
this
heads
pulled
up.
A minute away.
But yeah, there have been a good amount of reveals over the past week, so we can definitely get into those since we haven't had time to cover them yet. But let's
Actually,
check out this new reveal first before we look at
real
the rest.
quick. Got timed tweets. Fateful Choice 2. Just kidding, no.
Should be up right about nowish.
Luke! Oh, Balio and Sunder. Here it is.
Schedule it for 6:01 just to throw us off on Monday.
Yo, dude.
What? It didn't load for me
Attack,
yet.
dude. Attack of the furries, dude. Even more, dude. Unicorn
Oh
dudes.
my god.
Why
Yo,
didn't
he's
it
got
load
a
boys.
for me
hoof in
yet?
your face. This artist is ridiculous.
What is this?
Oh man, if anyone has seen Sorry to Bother You, definitely getting Sorry to Bother You vibes.
Dude,
Huh.
Beast
Equestrians.
there's a Beast in black now. That is crazy. 2/7 combo for 6. Quest is when an enemy unit dies, it gains 2 HP and then it'll gain 3
Holy
HP
shit.
and the besieged effect. He's a big lad.
Oh, I remember these guys from Breath of Fire. Yeah. So are they? You know. Anyways. Okay. So
Why are they fucking ripped?
they have combo naturally. If an enemy unit dies, their quest goes up. 2/9, and then 2/12 with fire. That's pretty good. The fact that it is a 6 cost, though, kind of reduces where it can be used. Since you can't dual color it.
Yeah.
And it's just when an enemy unit dies. So that's not terrible, especially for black.
Beast Coral, the Water Dragon buff. Why would you play Beast Coral, period, let alone splash another color that doesn't only has one beast in it?
Only has one
Yeah.
beast now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think it's
Could be more.
I think it's interesting because there's already a unit with 2/7 stats that gets that Spire effect as a 4 cost in Regenerator, but that has to take damage first in order to get that effect. And what these guys are doing is they're getting the effect, but they're also getting more HP to tank longer. I mean, they'll definitely stick in a lot of matchups.
Long
Red
enough for
will
you to kill
definitely
2
hit 'em.
units?
So if you're playing them out as a 6, you'll probably need. Like, I can't really think of any way to instantly kill an enemy other than, like, specific hero arts, right? After playing a 6 cost. Like, you'd have to do it as a perfect block, and the opportunity might not be there right away. And then that's only gaining 2 HP. So the first quest is not that exciting, right? Like, you'll need to kill 2 units to make this worthwhile, which is quite the asking price. Because
I
yeah,
kind
the
of like
effect
it in...
is really good, but you need to kill 2 units. While they're
I
on the
kind of
board.
like it in DD. Usually, like, perfect block to kill 1 unit and then DD the other, and you got fully buffed.
Yeah, I mean that's the ideal combo, but is that ever gonna happen? You can just dive bomb it. Yeah, just
dude.
dive bomb it. Easy.
Spike launch maybe too. They're good at wiping a board.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking might be the best option, because every single other hero art is like single target killing, or not killing at all.
Or the perfect Sekia. It's time, boys. It's rising
Yeah, like
up now.
I also
Let's
consider
go.
Sekiable, like, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I mean, it might, but I don't think you play this in Seki and just like roll everyone. But yeah, maybe you do. I mean, yeah, I mean, if Spike Launch comes back the way I think it might, this would be a really good tool to add, even though it doesn't really do anything related to sacrificing health. Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted
Yeah, but
on
you
this
don't-
one.
But you don't need like all your units to sacrifice health, right? Like you want some units that don't, and especially some that are going to be like big.
Yeah. I'm just saying if it had like specific quest synergy, like related to sacrificing health, it would be more friendly for Spike Launch, of course. But at the same time, it's probably better that it's more synergistic with other stuff in black, because there is a lot of stuff requiring sacrifice right now. Yeah, I don't know how to rate these guys. It's to me, I feel like it's a little awkward, but maybe there's going to be more tools. The one thing that we still haven't seen yet are like actual actions that trigger quest, but I'm not sure if we're going to get that because like there's explore actions, there's growth actions, but to me, if there was a quest action in this game, that would be kind of defeating the purpose of all these special quests. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, I don't want that. That makes it really boring, I think.
Yeah, that's
Quest
hoping they avoid
activator.
But like if
I mean, we've
there's
seen-
quest support actions, right? Like buff this unit if they have a quest, or if they're at max quest, give them this. Like I would be.
Well,
okay
we've
with
seen
that.
one of those. We've seen one of those already. The new purple damage card gets a buff
Oh.
if there's a unit with
Yeah,
quests
yeah.
on the field.
True. We'll probably get to that next because we gotta look at some of these other reveals. But Yeah.
Change the title.
I think I'm giving these guys a 3 out of 5. I think they might be cool as a one-of in certain decks.
I like 3 out of 5.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah, the quest would trigger Eason because Eason looks at level up.
I'm gonna
I
go
just
with
don't think-
quest should trigger Eason.
I don't think Eason will
I'm
be
saying
very
he
good
was.
with quest, but
Yeah, it's not. It's not
I
the most
guess you
broken
could.
Combo. It's not that good, but it works. I think.
6 and 9 because it's a duo, dude. I mean, that's the real energy, dude. 2 characters on a single card, you ship them. Yeah, they banging.
Yeah.
Balio and Sunder, dude. I guess let's do a quick. Can I do a 30-second poll?
Yeah, you
1
can
minute
pull
poll.
that if you want.
I hope no colors get quest activator that works like Eva. I don't want that. That really defeats the purpose of them.
God. That'd be silly.
And, like,
incest
yeah.
shipping. They're brothers. Fuck.
No, I think I get what he's saying though. Like, I mean, there's already a couple quest support units, that are out there, right? I think.
Like what?
The green dude, the little plant guy.
The
forget his
plant
name.
guy.
I gotta go to the website and check. Because the pins on this Discord, man.
Pecco?
I mean, I just don't want
Nico?
anything that just says, hi, I just automatically activate a quest and make its whole quest process irrelevant.
Oh no,
That's
no. I think
very
it would
boring.
be more costly if it was like heavy quest support, but
3 out of 5.
no, it wasn't Pico. I forget who it was, but I thought it was a
Ooh.
unit that looks at if there's another quest unit on the board or something. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just hallucinating.
Yeah, I mean, if there's something that gets like an effect, if there's a quest unit on the board or something, like that's fine. I just don't want it to be like, I activate this thing's quest regardless of what its quest text is. That seems really boring to me.
No, like I agree with that, which is why I hope there's no quest like action activators, unless there is a quest that says, play in action. Because I think the whole quest, like the beauty of the quest flavors, like you have to do that certain thing to level them up, so nothing else should work.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Quest to see how it works too, because even if you kind of like you see someone put down a quest unit, it's like that's almost a tell of what they're gonna go for next, right? If you think they're going for a quest.
Yeah. It's new charge shot. Shit. Well, chat was pretty favorable with this card, mostly 3, but there were some 4s and 5s. The boys are back in town, dude. Quest kind of feels like a growth replacement. I like to think of it as kind of like a unique thing that's just different for every color, but also kind of the similar mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to say it's like a growth replacement because it's very played very differently, and again, one of the reasons why I find it more exciting is even growth. It's very binary. It's just you know, you put the unit down and then you put another unit down and just try to get growth levels. Here, like, it's not just, yeah, you just want to complete your quest. It's kind of like, how do you go about doing that? Because there's so many different quests that are completed in different ways. And that, you know, it's cool that they're kind of sticking with color archetypes within it. Like Chris has mentioned before, you know, black is about units dying or life sack. Green is about like healing. Red is damage. Purple is kind of like card manipulation, and that's kind of what the quest is. But it's also nice that they didn't just stick to like that as well for all the quests. There's like some interesting mixes of quests, and I think that's going to make deck building and making the synergy of that work really cool, especially if you can kind of get like two quests going that synergize with each other. You know, there's that one unit that automatically destroys when you use your hero art. You know, if you have that with this guy on the board, then you're completing his quest and now the new beast guy's quest at the same time. And I think that's really cool, and it's going to be cool to kind of figure that stuff out, which is why I don't want a card that just says, ha, I play this, it does the thing.
Yep.
We got the next card ready.
Give it to us.
Next card, Fateful Choice. I know everyone was excited about this one. Deal 2 damage split among all enemy units, and it's Drain. And then if there's a friendly unit with quest on the field, deal an additional 2. So it kind of lines up with what we were saying before.
Really cool card.
It's small calamitous.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comparisons you can make to, you know, the classic purple buff cards, or I guess healing cards. It's not buffet, but I know the first time anyone sees a card like this, they go, "Oh, it's another buffet." It's not really buffet. It's more in line with Witch of the Abyss, which is a little bit older now, but it does damage based on how many demons you have on the board. I guess Job for the Assassin is another card, but it's based on how many locks you have. That does a little bit more damage, though. The beauty about this card, though, compared to all those others, this one is split damage. So I feel like this could actually be a little bit more valuable for the same reason that something like Incense Cannon is valuable right now for slow decks.
Card's going to be tight in red purple dungeon.
Stop.
Yeah, I guess you can do some cool dungeon stuff with this. It's a good point. And
It's gonna be stupid and
I guess
red
it's
purple
something
dungeon.
it's something to take note of. It only caps at one friendly unit with quest. So if you have multiple quests on the board, I'm pretty sure it's only going to do an extra 2. Am I right here, or am I wrong?
I believe you're right. I can't imagine it would be like.
It wouldn't be 2 for each
3
unit.
units. Boom.
Like, it doesn't say for every unit, right? It just says if there's a friendly unit with quest.
If it did, though, that would be just insane, dude. Can I get 10 split, dude? No.
It's interesting because, like, if you compare it to those other cards, then yeah, it should do that. But like, I think for balancing reasons, they like caught themselves and they were like, no, we should probably limit this. This isn't red; it's purple.
Still, the fact that it's spread is just insane.
Yeah. That actually does really benefit for multiple reasons.
Especially
I think
if you're doing
3
red
out of
purple
5?
dungeon with
Damn.
goddess.
Yeah.
I think this card is a 5 out of 5. This thing is fucking dank.
I'll give it a 4, just because of, you know, conditional stuff. You may or may not have quest units at the time, and also those quest units could be removed in the process. But a
sealed.
2 for 2 is still really solid. You know, base buffet damage. And the fact that you're getting life gain is always nice. This will definitely be essential and good support for all those purple quest decks that you may be seeing soon.
It gets around Veil.
Yeah, that's the other really strong thing, is the fact that this can be cycled and not targeted.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. You could just throw it out. You don't have to target something with it.
People say 3, though, dude. I don't know. I think this is a fantastic card, and it's a little scary.
I say
I think
4.
I think it's great. I just don't think it's, you know, kami or anything crazy like that. But it's
Well, I don't know
really
about
yeah. Like it's not going to be auto included in every deck, right? Like you're not just going to toss this in your evidence breakaway deck or something, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Like I don't even know if slow would need this, right? Because I don't know if they're like slow may or may not use a couple newer quest cards, but at the same time, like it's probably not enough to justify this. So there's a lot of archetypes in purple right now. I mean, purple has like probably the most archetypes out of any other color right now, but that's kind of what makes this card unique. It's built specifically for a certain archetype.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the next one? I didn't like this one, lol. Rocky, dude. 5 cost beast. 4/3.
It's fucking chicken, man.
It's a chicken.
It is a chicken. True.
So the quest is when the unit's HP increases, gets shield and then deals 1 damage to a random enemy unit equal to its HP. I mean, this is kind of like what do you call it? Scaravich, right?
Yeah. Crown Scaravich has a very similar effect, but of course on growth. Classic Growth G would deal damage based on HP as well, but it was split. Growth Honda would do damage based on HP. So this is definitely not a new concept.
Is a deck using both Gar and Rocky the Gar with a massive cock I've been hearing about? Dude, whoa, dude. I can't believe you typed that. Dude, I guess we could make that deck. Full of 5 costs, lol.
I was curious what you guys thought about this. Like, do you guys think this is good or what?
I think it's too expensive.
I was gonna
think 5 is
say, I feel
too
like
expensive for this. If it was 4 costs, I think it would be really good, but kind of chaining a double heal. I mean, there are setups for it, right? There are ways you can kind of even just get double heal when you place them down, which we'll be curious to see how like a bit of the order operations on that works. I'm pretty sure it would just trigger with his highest health, and it could be really good, but also just potentially awkward, and especially at a 5 cost. And Beast Tribe again. I mean, maybe it's getting more support. There's a lot more beasts, but Beast Tribe is not got a lot going for it.
Is Sleepy Bear ATH?
No, Sleepy Bear is
Newer, I think.
Tales of Amatsu or
Right.
Battle of Amatsu.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit newer.
I'll try a beast deck, but yeah, it's
Beast is still weird.
Especially since this is not. So I know we compared this to like G, but G is splash damage, right?
Yeah,
Or
G
was he
splits,
single
which is
target?
why he's like a lot better.
Yeah, which is a lot better. And this is the same cost as G. Obviously, like, you know, if you build up a thing before attack, it's really nice. But it's still kind of awkward to make sure you kind of heal him twice to actually get that effect going. He instant dies to Akuma. So even with that, I mean, I guess you're healing him, so you probably wouldn't. But it's just, I think the risk for the potential reward is a little too high here.
It's kind of sad because I do think this is the worst reveal so far. Like Dango said, like for a while I was just like, oh, this is the worst green card in the set by far. But now that I look at the whole board, it's like, I don't think there's anything worse than this right now. Because even if you bring its HP up in the first go rounds and it gets a shield, that's cool. I don't know. Like it depends how much you're healing it by. Because the fact that it starts as F3 is really underwhelming, health wise. Especially as a 5 cost. And like, what is the whale again? The whale's like 4/2 with shield.
4/2.
Yeah, I was gonna compare this to Orca.
It's pretty close to the whale when you think about it. Until it gets that support, of course. And everyone's like, oh, just give it Heart Tank. Yeah. You know what else you can give Heart Tank? Anything. And like, yeah,
And
get the
then
shield, that's cool, but like sometimes it doesn't even matter.
even like instant heart tank, it doesn't make the damage unreactable, right? It's just going to give a shield, and then the heart tank comes secondary. I mean, there is the combo of, you know, if you have 7 soaring spirits, that's most likely going to proc it, and then you can heart tank and then immediately get that damage in. But that's such a specific combo, and again, this unit's just too pricey for a 5 cost.
And like the big payoff is just random damage to one unit, and like that unit could have like 1 HP, that unit could be shielded, that unit could like not even matter in the grand scheme of things. It's totally not worth it.
Yeah, it needed to be splash. If it was splash damage, I would definitely say this can be really good, because then it could be like a big board donger that actually like saves you back, right? That actually helps. But the fact that it's not, I mean, like you would have to get some crazy combo just to do big damage on one unit, and like red is going to do that with way less damage. Oh, what happened? Chris accidentally called the. Hello.
Sorry about that.
What happened?
The problem is I'm using
Anyways.
this. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah, chicken's just not worth it. I mean, like, you're better. Honestly, if you really want this combo, you're better off putting like a 3 MP, like 1/7 unit, and then using emergency strike on it. That's like 6 MP safer combo than really doing this guy. I know there's like some setups where you can try to get it, so you don't have to go in the action phase. It's unreactable, but even then, those are like very specific combos, and I think very risky.
It sounds kind of novel to put this down and put Shield Spire on it immediately, but that's also saying I'm saving my Shield Spire for this unit, and that's not a good. Anytime your condition for playing a non-legendary unit is to do it with your hero art, probably not good, unless it's Raging Demon, in which case you could just fucking kill anything.
Yeah, I think like that's the case for most units. Like I've seen that argument way too many times where it's like, well, if you give it this, they're good all of a sudden, and it's like, yeah, you can do that, but at the same time, if you don't have your hero art ready, are you just gonna wait and watch this unit like waste space until you have your hero art ready? And if you do that, like you're not protecting anything else that might need it more, and it's just, I don't know, it's just silly to me sometimes when you're just bringing this one unit that needs to rely on your hero art. I mean, there's newer cards now that need hero arts being used, so there's that as well. But yeah, I just don't see a reason to be using this. Like, there's just so much risk involved in a card like this, and not a big enough payoff to be worth it.
Used to be a viable strat to just have certain things for your hero art. I remember back in the day we had our Clyfoth roots for dive bomb. He had some big heals.
And I think you can still do something like that. Like you said, Raging Demon, of course, requires a unit. Same with dive bomb in some situations. Denjin, of course, you can just put down Himiko Denjin. That's, you know, the requirement. But then there's other situations with other cards where it's like they're just so bad by themselves that they need a hero art to be viable. And those are the cards I'm talking about where I think you just don't have to play them. Like, you don't have to. So there's no reason to justify it by buffing them with antibody or something, right?
Yeah, I think the big difference here is that, you know, there are units that are really good, and then they synergize with the hero art to become even amazing levels. Versus this guy sucks, and it's like, but with this hero art, he becomes maybe okay. And it's, yeah, he needs a specific hero art to kind of really be decent, and even then, it's still like, nah, there's just better stuff to run.
There's
just no way.
I agree.
This is really close to Mother, but we'll see with the rest of the cards coming. But this would be my Mother pick for green so far.
Wow.
Yeah, you're also probably needing to put in a lot of cards to like synergize with this guy, and it just can't really like fit him into a deck. You got to change your deck, and it's just not going to be good.
Yep. Yeah, that's when it starts getting too gimmicky, and you're not really doing any favors for your win rate.
Dude, your boy's not happy about his rating, though. He's fucking pissed, dude. Look at him.
Yep, this is a disappointing cock.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, sorry about that mess up with the call. My Discord's kind of like broken right now, and I can't like do anything else in it. But I'll just keep the call open. So.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. I think it's because I'm getting so many notifications right now in the spoiler channel. Like it keeps popping up.
Well, we got Fairy next, and I don't think I can pull it up the same way I had the other one. No. It's a 3-cost 1/7 with flight, and quest is when you use an action card. Never heard of that condition before. First level, you draw a card and put it in the EX pocket, and the second level, you make everything in your EX pocket 1 MP cheaper. This card is really good.
A lot of people like this card.
The full screen button, yeah, but I wanted the I want the text on the right side again. You can look at it if you want. Kind of reminds me of the what do you call it?
What?
The fairy from Secret of Mana.
Oh yeah.
She has orange hair, orange long hair.
So the one thing I really like about this design is that it doesn't say resonate. It says quest use in action, and yes, that is pretty much resonate, but you can only do it twice. And
Holy
this
shit!
is exactly what every single resonate card should have been doing in the first place. Anyways, yeah, drawing a card, discounting your pocket seems pretty good. Oh, and it can fly. Fun. Actually limited resonate. This is what I've been wanting for so long now.
I will say one difference to comparing this to Resonate is with quests, you can have, the same idea as Resonate, but they're doing different effects, right? Generally with Resonate, it's just the same thing over and over and over. Whereas this, they're two different effects that, thank God it's capped, but also it's interesting as well with how it works.
That is a good point. Yep. Can do different things multiple
Cyclops and
times.
Slurple. I don't know about that one.
I think this actually does have potential to be in slow purple, but at the same time, that discount is doing nothing for inner demons. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind.
It'd be funny to have Mori pull out 2 of these. You play 1 action card. You fool! I've already drawn 2 cards.
I mean, yeah, Mori pulling a flight unit out is not bad either, especially once it's got slow, and then you can start doing your slow buffs with high counter damage with flight. It's not terrible.
We'll replace Otani. Just kidding, no. Solid stats for flying unit.
Slow purple is also like pretty much figured out, and there's only a couple cards that are leaving. Like if you're still using X Hunters, those are going away. Mavericks Memories, those are going away. We talked about it before, last week, and yeah, I mean, there's barely going to be any room for newer stuff, especially like all these new quest cards. But at the same time, like there's a couple decent 3 costs that might find their way in there, sure.
You know what else is a 3 MP flying unit in purple? Bat and Bone.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, for a flying card in purple, it's like 3 costs. Like, that's some good stats. That's flying Alfred.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about her. I thought you were saying the bat was good stats. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That's the problem. I mean, yeah, as long as cheap costed flight cards are around, they're definitely going to see play. If they have decent stats anyways.
I keep thinking about everyone that's just like, oh my god, breakaway support, dude, this is gonna make breakaway so good.
Yes. Bet on it.
Unless you cater your whole deck to something like that, you do not want to be drawing any gold card into your EX. It's kind of like putting, it was kind of like the whole trust
Yeah.
amid suspicion thing. Just getting hit with that in jail, and it's like, it put trump card in your pocket. Well, that's the end of the game for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pocket management for certain decks now, so sometimes you don't want to play this out if your pocket happens to be full, or if you're playing against purple and they're going to mess with your pocket. There's definitely a time and a place for, that, but at the same time, this is a very decent effect that could see play across multiple archetypes.
Just a reminder that insuns exist. I know, and some people are that fucking petty that they run 3 of them.
Yes, incense. Well, what did the chat say in the poll?
I missed it. Oops.
Did anyone get the results?
Anyone catch the number on that fucking bus, dude?
I would give Fairy a 4. She's actually very close to a 5, but
Yeah, I think 4 out of 5 is fair.
yeah.
If yeah, there's not too much downside. The stats are really good. It's flying. It would be good if it was on the ground too. 9 out of 12, dude. I'll take it, dude. I give this card a 16 out of 20. Give him a Famitsu score. 81 out of 118, dude. Oh shit, that's right. We finally found out what Quake does.
Yup. Don't you love when they reveal units that explore stuff and they don't tell us what the explore is until days later?
I think it's hilarious because some of you guys have a hard time waiting.
I mean, I was
I'm glad
I
we
was
don't
ready
have
for
to-
time. I was like, I just need to know what it is, and then, yeah.
Just give me a hint. Tell me what color it is. Dude, sacrifice 3 life and destroy all enemy units for 4 less. Damn, you're just it's Sekia, but you don't hit your own stuff.
Why does red get this? I'm so confused.
Because, yeah.
There's a red card and a black card that explore for this,
Clearly it's a blue card, dude.
and they're both 5-cost units.
Got
But
him.
yeah, this is a weird one, and I honestly don't know if I like it. Keep in mind, it won't be a 4-cost when it is explored. Well, it depends on the unit, and I'm trying to look when my Discord's broken right now. But we'll see with the other reveals on the account here.
Alright,
It's just
pull up.
base cost 4, but I'm pretty sure it gets discounted by like 2.
Yeah,
you-
I think
you
the
just
2
gotta
cards
find
that
it.
explore for it do say -2
They
MP.
both do it, right?
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. And a 2-cost Sekia is really funny. But it does sacrifice life as well. So be careful with that. And also keep in mind, like, the actual units that explore for it aren't that great. To me, though, I'd rather just keep playing Akuma. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Akuma, but Akuma's pretty good.
Genesis brings it back for 3.
It would.
Yay!
Yeah, it would.
It's
RB
just not
Genesis
worth
Voyage.
it. Don't do it. It's not like, oh man, I wish that it's not like Besiege where it's just like as soon as we have that effect in places other than Shield Spire, it's gonna get used. It's not like, man, Sekia is great. I wish it was just not on a hero art. It's not. No one really is talking like that.
So the
What
problem
makes
of this,
Akuma so good is that it's unreactable.
yeah, the problem of this versus Akuma is like Akuma can't be reacted to. This you definitely have plenty of time to react to, and yeah.
50 quakes against tension. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Ow, ow, ow.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good. I wonder if you can use this on an empty board.
You would be able to, I think. Yeah. Because it always sacrifices life, no matter what.
Well, if I just need to sacrifice life and that's it, joke's on you. I don't have to do anything.
I guess you could do that. That's true.
People
Yeah,
say
I'm actually
3.
not crazy about this one.
People saying someone said 4. Get 'em, boys. Get 'em.
More don't like the fact that this is going to show up in red at all. There, I think it's a lot scarier than showing up in black.
Maybe.
Also, I'm back.
We'll go back. What say you, Thursday?
I mean, I don't think it's really that great. Like, again, I don't think it's going to be that good in black. I definitely see more usage of this in red with, you know, if you do try to reply with a heal, they definitely have like the weak, cheap, you know, damage cards to actually kind of make sure this still goes through. It is interesting that life sacrifice is showing up in a possible color outside of black as well. Not that I don't think there's too much application for that, but you know, there's potential now for something.
True.
So I don't know, I still give it a 2 out of 5, but I mean, it is also 4 HP is a bigger difference than 3. They might not seem it a lot, but you know, if you play Akuma a lot, you know, you'll definitely feel at times where it's like they're at 4. If I just hit them one more time, and it doesn't happen. So, and also I do think this could be like a good clean up card in a spike launch deck as well.
Yeah, that's the one benefit of using something like Spike Launch. You probably get them low enough where this will be easy to apply.
Yeah,
I hope that makes Spike Launch playable.
Yeah, but it is expensive.
Spike Launch is getting a lot of support.
I think a lot of the cards that explore this also have like a reduce its MP cost, right?
Yeah, we were saying that.
It's gonna cut it by 2, both of them.
Yeah, that's kind of big. I think that helps a lot, but
yeah,
not semi scared of this in black, but not as much. Not as much as I'm scared of it in red.
I mean, 3 out of 5 is a fair rating for this card.
Who's this character though? Is what I want to know.
The actual units that find this card, I think I rate them slightly less than 3, but we'll see.
Dude, Momo kind of a chonky boy.
Mainly too, because I think even with the healing that we're running right now, there's not a lot of splash the full board healing. It's general 1 unit target. So the fact that this is looking at all units kind of makes it a little trickier. I know there's going to be counters to being able to heal a unit up, but because there's not a lot of target everything heals being ran in the meta right now. It might change. This card might change that just for fear of it.
Yeah. We can take a look at the black unit that explores for this card coming right up.
Is it next?
Yep. Pretty sure.
All this, dude. I also want to say I like the thread, the post announcement stream thread that TEPPEN made. Just as even if it's long, it kind of summarizes everything. You can just send someone there. Ikba, dude. Oh yeah, it is the same guy. Got been eating too many slushies, dude. You got the blue tongue. Ikba, 5 cost, 2/9 quests whenever you sacrifice some damn life. Explore for Quake, give it -2 MP on the first sack, and then second sack you destroy one random enemy unit with MP cost of 5 or less. He becomes Alexia real quick.
So, using the logic of what Quake does, you'll actually trigger his second quest with Quake. So you don't have to worry about maxing out his quest in theory. You really just have to get to the Explorer. So, pretty decent combo.
I'll say 2 MP to randomly destroy a 5 cost. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright.
Real though. It's alright.
It's alright. To me, that's -6 health. Just for a chance to kill a random 5 cost. And not guaranteed to kill the 5 cost. It's probably going to kill, 3 costs sometimes. 3 to 4. Just random unit, right? And then you're using Quake, which is, more destroys on top of that. So in theory, this is just like a crazy board clear at the perfect time. In execution, it's probably not going to be as good as people expect it to be. It's a lot of setup.
Life stack won't happen until the card resolves the end of action response. Yeah, that's what makes it kind of awkward. That's why I think having too many of these is a little scary. You're gonna have to choose which one of these life stack you want. But
that does kind of help a little bit with. No, you definitely want to run 3 of these, but I do think that helps a little bit with the scenario that Chris is talking about, because you can kind of acknowledge if the cheaper units that you don't want that 5 cost to hit are at low enough HP, that will. Well, wait. It's kind of curious what would proc first. Yeah, does like the card life destroy happen first, or does his quest destroy happen first?
I think because the action resolves and sacrifices health, so
with the unit, like with the
action resolving, it's probably. I don't know what happens first. I don't even know how you would test that.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of stuff to test.
Can I interpret?
Oh, hi, Iowa.
Hello.
Iowa.
What's up?
So let's see. When you sacrifice, so what's the question here?
No, you said you're gonna interpret. We're gonna give you the floor.
Okay.
So
all right, sure.
You know what Quake does, right?
No.
Okay, so we just went over Quake a little bit ago. The card that he explores for. Quake is normally a 4-cost explorer that kills all units that are 3 HP or less and sacrifices 3 health. But this guy explores for Quake and gives it -2 MP, so it's basically a 2-cost. And since the fact that it's sacrificing health, it'll pretty much trigger this guy's level 3. And his level 3 is destroy a random enemy that costs 5 or less. So we're trying to figure out what order that would go in if Quake and his max quest are killing at the same time.
I think the max Quake. Oh wait, hold on. Because the action resolves. Oh, I see what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like. Go ahead.
I think the sack is first. I'm with Pig.
Well, if the sack's first, does that mean the random 5 cost or less gets destroyed first?
Yes.
Because the sacrifice is always going to go first. That doesn't mean anything, though. Because if the sacrifice is going
really
first,
doesn't
then
mean
the rest of the
anything.
action
Yeah.
should go with it, right?
Yeah, no, I'm with Chris on this one. I see both ways.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that the sack goes first, because with the action card, the action is dependent on the sack going off. With the quest card,
Correct.
the quest is dependent on the sack going off. So, I mean, regardless of which one's going off first, it's what comes second. We don't know. That's confusing.
Correct. It's all the same timing. No, now I see why. Nope, can't interpret.
I don't think we can easily say that the quest should go first.
Yep,
I don't think we have like anything to really compare it to say that.
There's a lot that could happen, but this guy's all right. I feel like we'll probably see play, but again, I think people might be overestimating just how strong this effect is, because there's a lot that needs to go right in order for Quake to work, and then this guy could kill some garbage that costs like 3 or less, and it might not even matter.
And 2.9 for 5, I don't know. You guys are saying that's good stats. I don't think that's great.
I think it's good stats. I mean, you look at like Bud Ogre has been good because he has good stats with that. 2.9 is, and then there's Cody. I think Cody. Oh, Cody's
Is
2.
Bud Ogre a 5?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I thought it was a 4. People
Too
play
much.
that
Too
game?
much of that Alexia stats. You,
People-
you don't know what a real
play
5 cost
that
looks
game.
like.
Yeah. I mean, I know what a 5 cost looks like. I have a El Tigre.
So you're saying
Exactly, Alexia stats.
So
Who's
you're
Alexia?
saying the when you use Quake to get the life second, would the level 3 get wasted potentially?
It
Is that what you're
might.
asking for?
Like either the level, like even either the max level is not doing anything, or the Quake is not doing anything. Like it feels like trying to get good value off of both of them at the same time feels like asking a lot. But again, you can always save Quake for later and just sacrifice and use this for something else. So I guess that's the cool part about this card, where you don't need to activate it with Quake. That's just one possibility. But then like you're sacrificing a lot of health over time just to trigger all these effects, and like it definitely adds up.
Definitely, but I think one of the, and I don't think it's an amazing interaction. I think it's going to be very niche, but I think it would be very cool that if Quake does activate first and say like it has those lower costs you don't care about, and if it kills those first and then his level 3 effect happened and it kills like a healthy like unit, I think that would be cool, because then that's a potential
that'd be great.
still board wipe if there's
Absolutely.
even if there's one really healthy unit on there.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
think
we'll
that
have to test that.
Black now has a card that says I don't die. So I think black players will be fine.
Time
you
to
guys
get
ready?
Bibson up here. Oh wait, Bibson would probably like stop all these quests from proccing, huh?
Yeah, I talked with this over the weekend with Pig, because he brought up Bison, and none of these quest effects will happen if you have Bison on the board.
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds like Teppen.
But
God
Quake would
damn
go
it.
off still without sacrificing life, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what are you guys rating it?
I give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, probably 3 out of 5.
I got a 2 out of 5.
I'll give him a 3.
Damn.
I'm close to 2, but I'll give him benefit of the doubt and say that he might be played as a one-off.
Wait, does his Quake ability kill Otani?
No, unless it's
could.
weekend.
But Otani's pretty
If it's
healthy, so
weakened
you
enough.
got to get him pretty low.
All right, 1
It's
out
just-
of 5.
It's the same effect as like Sekia or the Akuma unit.
1 out of 5. Doesn't kill
Great.
I
Otani.
think it's 4 less HP for Quake, right?
Yeah, it's 4 or less for Quake.
4 or
Yeah,
less,
yeah. Sekia is 4 or less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, unit Akuma's 3 or less, so it's close to Akuma.
The only problem with Sekia is that it targets your own units.
Yeah, Sekia wipes the entire board, and Quake, of course, can be countered in the action phase.
Dude, another one we can't show in the right format because it's animated. Yikes, dude.
here's the other
Momo,
Floor card.
the Quake Explorer, while on the field, this 5MP 2/5 will give all other friendly units +1 attack. And their quest is a red quest. The enemy hero or enemy unit takes 3 or more damage. And the level ups give an other friendly random unit +3 HP. And then it explores for Quake, gives it -2, and then it gives all friendly units +2 HP.
And I think that all friendly units would include herself. But
Yes.
Yeah. what do you guys think about this one?
I think we talked about this one before.
Did we?
This sounds familiar. We might have been talking about it.
Oh, I think she was posted on Friday when it was just me and you, but the other guys weren't with us.
Oh yeah.
But now that we know
Oh.
what Quake does, how do you feel about her?
Yeah, I
Now
was
we know what
I
Quake
was happy to
does.
not be here during that because I didn't want to talk about this card because I think it sucks.
Doesn't
Yeah,
kill
I think
Otani.
we were having a hard time at justifying this card. It was kind of like, meh.
It's too expensive.
Doesn't kill Otani.
Too expensive with
Basically,
really bad stats.
the way I evaluate cards is, I mean, it's kind of silly, but I look at the stats and then look at the cost, and I think, well, you're looking at the stats of a 3-mana unit, but it costs 5, so you have to be able to squeeze at least 2 MP out of her text quickly. So, is this worth 2 MP? All this text? Looks kind of risky.
I mean, in the right situation with the right, damage splits, and this can be said for all the damage quest cards, but there are a lot of ways that you could just max out their level almost instantly in a perfect scenario. Because there are still a lot of split cards for red that'll still be around. Of course, some of them are going away. But at the same time, like, those stats are really average. Not even considering that she's a 5 cost. Like, even if she was a 4 cost, I still would not feel comfortable playing this card. So she's definitely a little expensive. And the fact that she's buffing like a random friendly other than herself by 3, that's kind of weird. Like, you don't want her as the only unit on the board because you're not getting anything off of that when that does happen. And then we looked at what Quake does already. Quake is an okay Explorer. I don't think it's really worth going through the hassle for that. And then that last effect is just like, cool. It's basically like a GDI buff for everyone. But there's a lot of resources involved to even get to that point, unless you do like something crazy with, I don't know, Ultimate Weapon or Mary's effect getting buffed. Or there's all sorts of stuff you can do to get her like super leveled up fast. But I don't know if this is worth it compared to something like a Nina.
The only thing I could think of that I think this card would be really good in terms of a combo is GDI. Like, if you have 2 units on the board, you drop her and then GDI on full board, then yeah, that's going to activate all 3
GDI
levels immediately.
Level
Whoa.
up and full as well. Yeah, but I'd rather do it with Nina. If
I think
had to choose.
Rathalos with 1 Envoy isn't bad either.
Yeah, that'll proc twice,
yeah.
right? And then
I mean,
that
there's
way too.
multiple ways you can do 3 more damage in red. That's not going to be the hard part. The hard part
it's
is
just more
doing
of
it,
like
multiple times
comboing
fast
it.
enough to get that level up faster.
Yeah, I think just the comboing. Because, like, if she was 4, I would be like, at least you can drop her and then Sagat to get, like, 2 like that. But she's 5, so...
Yeah, there's a
it
couple
makes that
ways
a
you can
little
do it.
awkward.
Her health is the main issue. Listen, you just made the other unit the problem. That's all.
Yeah, the stats are not that great.
I think Envoy is probably the best place to get this one done, just because you can have it accompany another unit that's its attack is bumped up to 3, and yeah. I think with Rathalos, with Roggy, is there anything in red that deals damage? Deals like extra
What?
damage based on its attack?
We're getting a new one. Mary does a lot of split damage based on attack. Or not split damage, but multiple pings based on attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And she's pretty ridiculous with Celestial. So,
Like, you just engine Himiko twice.
And then,
drop her.
That's what
the rush to
thought
Amy,
about that.
The rush 3 cost to Amy does do a split damage based on attack. Yeah, I mean, there's multiple ways to do it, guys. Like, that's red does not have any shortage of damage, of course. But this
Yeah, I was
card
just more
feels like
theorizing,
more
like-
to me, honestly. Like I don't know why you'd even need this card when you have so many other ways to kill for far more efficiency.
Why play this when you could just play 5 fucking actions that cost 1?
I mean, there's a lot involved here, and I guess the question is, would you want to use Quake in a red deck at the end of the day? Like, do you really need a 2-cost card that can potentially clean up the board, as opposed to like just another damage split or another action or something like that.
I think so. I think that card could be
could be good.
potentially really good.
Could be good as a one-off, especially if something like you know, like the GDI combo. If you use GDI and everything, let's say like a despair board, like a fresh new despair board, you hit everything with GDI to level her up, and then they're a little bit weaker now, and you just kill them all with Quake. Like that could work. It's a lot, asking for a lot, but it's possible.
I think it adds more depth into gameplay for Teppen, because I'm used to like getting instant value for my cards, and then this whole quest mechanics like, you know, combo with stuff and things like that. I'm sure some
Absolutely.
of them will be really great and useful. Whether this one is like up to par, we don't know about that.
There might be a future for Momo, but for now, I'm going to give her a 2 out of 5.
Oh, chat said fucking 3, 2. I'm not even gonna give her 3, dude. I'm gonna give her 2. Someone said 4. Someone was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, I give her a 2. 2 out of 5.
Doesn't kill Tony.
Can't kill a Tony. Fuck.
I'll give it a 2. As much as I want to
mean,
give it a 1.
It sounds interesting with the right combos, but it's also pretty specific. Run 3 of them. And then Goddess's Dagger. Getting into the other ones we talked about. Should we review them? Re-review them? Goddess's Dagger? The reset?
These were all from the headline? I can't remember. They didn't show that one on stream, did they?
No. But I can't help but feel like we talked about this before.
I think we did.
I think this was talked about in like Ainsworth's chat.
I can't remember. I like this card a lot more than other people do, though.
Oh, that's right.
I
It
think
was
this card's
an Ainsworth's
amazing.
chat where they were like, I don't know, man. That doesn't sound good. I'm like, what part of it doesn't sound good? All
It's
sounds good to
random
me.
unit from the graveyard. So for me, the revive is, you know, revive's cool and all. I'm not really looking for anything particular to revive with it, to be honest. I just want that healing.
Yeah, it's all about the health. I mean, again, even like if you watch WCS this past weekend, you see how much the mirror comes down to like just 1 HP
life.
difference in like despair mirrors and everything. Being able to be like, nope, my HP is going right up to 15 is it's kind of huge. I expect a lot of double KOs in the Black Mirror matchups now.
I was gonna say, instead of being 1 apart, you're gonna have Black Mirrors that end in 15-15.
I mean, the current scape of the mirror right now is like you're just holding on to all, like at least 1 or 2 predations until the end, so you're going to be able to heal back up faster. So I could see why people might not still use this card, because you have to hit 10 or less, and this sacrifice is helping. So I guess 13 or less. And obviously you can't be at 3 because you kill yourself. So there's a lot of factors involved to set this up right, so you actually will go back up to 15. But the fact that you can save yourself from a lot of like red burn decks, or even against like some long stalling green decks, just to keep yourself alive a little bit longer might be all you need, especially for despair. Like I feel like this is going to be really nice in despair. Some other decks might not need it because they're always going to have a lot of health, but I don't know. It'll definitely take some experimenting, because I think a lot of people are just thinking of it as a rebirth, and that's going to be a lot harder to set up.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, I think adding that extra unit's just nice, but being able to have like set your health back up without, you know, being able to have it countered with by removing a unit, I think is pretty big.
Yeah.
And I do want to make one comparison. Is like, green has what's his name, Phoenix, that doesn't let him die. Purple had monstrous virus that doesn't let you die, and then red had liberating slash. And look at those red players now. I mean, after liberating slash rotated, like all the red players are like, man, I can't heal, I'm gonna die, and then they die. So that's how I look at this card.
True.
Yeah. No, but black players are gonna have a great time with this card, and as soon as it rotates, they're gonna be sad.
Black players were like, I could only heal 21 in one match. Now they can heal more than 21. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just awkward if you do reach that point at the end of the game and like you are above 10, so like you're not going to be able to heal with this, and you might hurt yourself, which might make you lose the game. And you're using something like Curse Extraction that'll keep you above as well. So I don't know. Maybe this doesn't see use in this fair. I don't really know. I feel like it will come out and see some play at some point. But whether it's good or not, I guess that remains to be seen. But right now, I really like the design of it, so I'm going to give it a 4.
Here's the deal. You play this thing and it gives you a unit, and then you just predation that unit. You can end the game at 22.
I disagree, Dragoon. Green still has more healing than anyone. Not necessarily good healing, but they have a lot of healing.
Yeah, I was just typing that. They don't have more. It's just better and more.
Yeah.
More of the cornerstone of the decks than green. If you start putting it in your decks for green, you're probably doing some gimmicky shit.
Yep.
Siblings, but siblings for half cost. Don't mind if I do.
Hey man, predation is really difficult to set up, and yeah. Anyways, did everyone rate this card? Or
I'm gonna give it a 5 because
Nice.
yeah, not dying for 4 MP sounds good.
Yeah, I think it's a 5 out of 5. I think it's solid. Just it's a card that means that black players are no longer helpless whenever they have no units out. They can still react to burn. And burn might not be that big of a deal with Denjin probably making its leave like a fucking guest that stayed too long. It's like, fucking, you've been on my couch for fucking 3 weeks now.
Try 3 months.
But 3 months.
if only this card did like -5 HP to the hero, enemy hero.
If only. If only it gave me an aura that made it so I can't lose.
I would. It's missing something, but I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, -5 to the enemy hero would be cool. They should fix that.
It takes life from the enemy hero until you're at 15.
Yep.
Yay!
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. It's like a little vampire. No, terrible. Let's move on. This looking pretty familiar, dude. We got Brood Slayer's Oracle. Yo, we got the girl playing with her Bionicles, dude.
Bionicles.
Yep.
Want to see my collection?
Do you actually have Bionicles?
I did. They're tight.
Yeah, they're pretty
They were
cool.
tight, dude.
I wish I kept mine.
That's definitely how I looked when I finished putting one together. I'm like, yes.
Go! March, dude.
I forgot.
They were like, we took Curse Extraction apart and we got this card. It's pretty good. 2 MP for 1/3 of the things that Curse Extraction does.
That's alright. I don't really know what to make of it.
I think this card's Maelstrom.
I think it's good.
There's been cards that people have tried to use in the past that are very similar. They just end up being too expensive. This is the right price with the right buff with the right massive fuck you.
This is like the perfect price for a response to like a seal. Even if the other units die too, it could still be worth it to just keep that.
Finally, I'm just bullshitting here, but watch them finally give green like an AoE seal, and it's gonna be like, yeah, and then they reply with this, and it's gonna be like, fuck.
I've made 3 mistakes at once. This looks like a 3-mana card at least. I know, because I think the only card that does this kind of effect for the whole board is 4 MP. I think it's the you call it. The fuck is that? Dragon's Roar? What is it?
Yeah, it has like Nuragana or something. Like I always remember those cards, but I never see them played outside of like one dude. Like I don't know, maybe it's a bot or something, but like it's always one guy using those cards, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like every time I see them, it's like, well, what is this gonna do? I just block it and then move on.
I don't like Bionicles, girl, dude. Yikes, dude.
What do they rate it?
They rated it a 3 out of 5. I think it's a 4
Oh,
out of 5.
that's more than I would have gave it. It's so hard to rate. Because yeah, 2/2 buff across the board is insane, but they die. And,
Oh
like,
man.
Yeah, I can't think of any card that does that. That's
well,
bad.
Curse Extraction is good because it also debuffs the other side, and even if these units are blocked after the buff, you're still doing damage to the hero.
Yeah, but I mean, you can pop this again.
So this is missing. This is like 1/3 of Curse Extraction or whatever, but it's not as good because the other stuff is missing.
I don't know. As someone that plays a lot of Dive Bomb, this card's getting me moist. I'm ready.
Yeah,
for
this is pretty good.
Well, that's the thing with Dive Bomb. Like, you can't really react to Dive Bomb. At least most people can't. This you can definitely react to.
If you have a
Yeah,
board
but
full
they're
of
not really-
units, you can still use this to kind of win some trades, or at least
Yeah.
force the other side to respond.
And this is definitely more of in reply card, and you know they have to respond to all your units a full board. I think this just has a lot of applications, especially against red trying to like wipe a whole
Yeah.
board, and
I mean,
especially if you're kind of worried about GDI and stuff,
Yeah.
banishing certain things.
Yeah, like the idea of that, like I guess despair and then just throwing up a wall to block a bunch of units, like that's good, right? But at the same time, like all these units are gonna die anyway, so it's almost like you wasted it unless you got some payoff. Like it has to be done at the right time. Like this isn't, I don't know. It doesn't feel like something you can just throw out every time.
I mean,
it's there because it
It
feels
doesn't
like
need to be.
they'll get
I
blocked
think it's.
or dealt with.
I think there are some cards that you have to think about, and I don't think that makes them bad. You shouldn't
No,
be
no,
what if-
absolutely not.
throwing anything out. I mean, you can't just throw out Curse Extraction. You want to wait for the right time for that as well. And that +2/+2 can be absolutely devastating from that. And this is just very low like commitment with its MP cost, and it's doing a lot. And also just kind of really like is very strong again in when you're trying to be targeted with Seal. I mean, that Dead Fish version of this has kind of done a lot because of that. But this one,
Yeah,
I think
but
just
that's more
hitting the whole
focused
board.
on- yeah, that's more focused on single target. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool when it does get sealed. That is one very specific case.
What if you play this, you got no units, and they're just like, all right, I'm gonna hit them with a little burn, and you reply with fucking, what do you call it, spreading infection, brother, Jesus Christ.
I don't know
These
if
fucking-
anyone would play into that, but
All these zombies.
I guess that's a good combo.
I'm thinking of in general the ability to play this, and then like
That's
if a
cool.
response comes, you can summon a
Yeah.
card into it and beef up its value.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. That sounds cool.
Go ahead and do that.
Go ahead and do that. I mean, it's a 2 cost. It's giving 2/2 stats, and yeah, you can probably guess what rating I'm giving it. What do you guys rate it?
Yoicks. I think it's a 4 out of 5.
This is a 4 out of 5.
I'm comfortable with
4
4.
divided by 2 is my rating.
It is someone that doesn't play Dive Bomb. You'll see, Chris. You'll see the day.
2 out of 2.5. Okay.
You know, there's plenty of cards that do this thing already.
For 4 MP, that's way too expensive.
No, there's like
my mic working?
what's it? What are the other newer cards? What was that what was that death battle thing or whatever, invitation?
Oh, deathmatch invitation.
Yeah, what does that do again?
Oh, that buffs the opponent's side too. That's just buffing the full board.
It does, but what if you have the only units on the board?
Then you're hurting yourself for fucking two per unit, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember what the hell that card is.
It buffs all the cards and then it puts life sack on everything.
Oh, it's 2/1. Yeah, that's not that good. And then there was what was that other card?
Yeah, and I don't want that life sack either.
There was a card in the last expansion that did something like that. It gave everything 1/1 or something.
Oh, that's right. I remember not liking that card. You guys were like, it's not bad. I'm like, I've never seen it played, and I still haven't.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know.
Let me look it up. I got the game open. Let me stop looking at Haunted by
Just saying,
Memories.
these AoE buff cards for black, I mean, they just don't see much play for a reason.
Lurking Sickles. Give all units +1, -1. I was like, that
Oh,
thing is
-1?
fucking dog shit. And you guys were like,
That's
it's
so
great.
bad.
I love it.
That's terrible. It's better than Hope for the Future.
Where is that one even?
The Lurking Sickles, AVP.
Oh, that's +1, -1. That's very different than +2, +2.
Yeah, it is. What's the 3/3 for 2 that Schmo's mentioning?
3/3 for 2. Oh,
Somebody-
the single target one?
That's the dead fish one, but that's single
Act
target.
of Desperation.
Oh, yeah. Like Desperation
Yeah.
was seeing some play as a one of in like demon decks and stuff like that. While but that was while Yawn was really popular. It was a really good response to Disarm.
I still do like Act of Desperation because it's that beautiful 2 MP mark.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I don't know. Maybe this we'll see some play.
Maybe. Skyridge remembered the name of the card as fucking useless as Lurking Sickles is. Dude, he remembered it? Bro.
Yeah, it's cool. See, I sometimes remember effects of cards, but it's hard to remember like all the names at this point, since we've had like thousands of cards now.
What about...
Yeah, I'd say like the biggest comparison is Dragon of Ruin. That's +3/+3, but that's 4 MP.
It's a 4 cost.
So I think
It's huge.
I think reducing the MP plus -2, because I've always loved playing that card. It was just too expensive. So I'm excited for this card.
Let's talk about a heavy hitter. Let's talk about the People's Choice. R1. R1.
Have we not talked about this guy already?
I think it was the day after our last... Yeah, it was. This is on the 22nd. So this is the day after our last podcast.
I 100% remember talking about this guy because I remember
Really?
the conversations about coral spirits and everything, and
Yeah.
the risk of redrawing him and playing him out again because of the sack 3 life.
Did we have last podcast on Tuesday?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
I remember
Then I'm
looking
just
at
out of
this,
my mind.
and I was like, man, this is a really good unit. And it's in the black element.
Yeah, but did you see that amazing unit we're getting in green, Iowa? The big cock.
Does it say the 4/3, dude?
The second,
Pretty good.
No, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
You want to show Iowa the big cock?
Whoa. Let me just pull up E621 here. Let's find it. Uncle TOS, dude. Yo, Rocky. Hold on. There he is. There's the boy.
That
Or girl,
sucks.
I don't know. Guy
Oh, you
sucks.
weren't joking. That is quite the rock. Oh, he's nice. Yeah, I like it.
Nice
Oh, yeah?
cock, bro.
Look at the meme text.
Mad because he thought he was going to be in the Fast and Furious movie.
He's mad because they made a bunch of movies about him. They thought they were about him, but it's about some guy that's boxing in Philadelphia.
Yup.
Yup.
Yeah, I hate this chicken.
Yeah, I just wanted to make the big. I just wanted to make the big C joke. We don't have to talk about this guy.
Yeah. We can move on.
Well, that's it. Red
yeah,
Catman showed up at the end of our
we're caught up.
reviews. We are caught up.
Yeah. So, out of all of the revealed cards, what do you guys think is the strongest, and what do you guys think is your favorite? It could be the same card, but probably different answers.
Out of all the revealed ones up to now,
Yes, up to this point. There's let's include the Explorers. I think there's around 40 something
damn.
cards total.
Oh, out of all the cards that we know about.
Yeah, for this set.
I'm so ready.
I can't stop thinking about R1, dude. R1's gonna be the fastest included in fucking of all time, dude. It's gonna be whoops. Added 6 of these.
That one's pretty cool. Some dude says my favorite's the Astalos Rider. That is the what's their name again?
The Booty Clasher.
Girl who refreshes my hero art.
I forget their
The
name.
one that like kills a card after you use a hero art.
Yeah, that might be my favorite.
The Dude Rider.
I mean, I said they were my
Beatmaster?
favorite in the official stream.
Here he is. Tyrant or Traitor Tyrant Ramarsh, dude. Good
Yeah,
old
Ramarsh,
Ramarsh.
it was something Marsh, but I didn't want to mess it up. Yeah,
Oh.
Everyone
Ramarsh
was like
might be my
Booba at
favorite.
this card, but it's a
'Cause
guy I heard.
I was telling the guys in the Discord last week that they will never add another flying black unit unless they do something stupid with it, like they did with High Max and sacrifice 5 life. And sure enough, that's what they're doing here, is sacrificing 5 life for flight, just for a flying black unit. But the effects are actually really good, so I think it's worth checking out.
Kind of reminds me of Chris. It's like the same stats, and it also gains 1/1 at certain intervals.
Yeah, I mean, that'll definitely stack up over time, but it's very, very cool effect. And probably the strongest card in the set that I've seen so far is Mary. I think she's just gonna go in every red deck. That's the card you're thinking of, Iowa, the Hero Art Refresher.
Yeah, I was wrong. But I mean, I feel like in this set, pretty much everything has to have flight, right? Because it's partners. So you have the rider, and then you have the thing that they ride on.
There are some flight, but
I
not
guess
everything
yeah.
flight. I
I
think
guess T-Rex doesn't fly.
my second favorite card, if it's not Ramarsh, has to be Ryu. Like I really like the flavor with him, and all the different forms are really cool looking, and I really want to try him out.
Yes.
But what about you guys? You guys got a favorite?
You know what? I was being bothered by this, so I looked up this hero, or that unit, Ramarsh. Everything I've looked for this says her name is Lamarsh, and references her as a her.
I mean, she does got the breastplate.
Group armor.
I mean, even
Group
outside of the
armor.
breastplate, she kind of has like hips too.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out either.
I just remember people were talking about like, oh my god, Booba, and then someone else was like, it's a dude. Like,
I thought it was a dude, but maybe not. I couldn't figure it out. I was asking.
Everything I look up for Ramarsh does not exist for Monster Hunter.
Because there's flavor text that is saying one thing as well in the reveal, but maybe it was mistranslated.
Maybe the flavor text is talking about the Astalos she's riding.
I didn't think of it that way, but maybe.
I'm interested to see how Goddess Miria is going to play out.
Yeah, I forgot all about Goddess. Damn. I do want to try
Dude,
her out too.
The art, dude, she's finding a shirt that finally fits her. That's why it's so bright and shiny. It's how she's seeing it.
Yeah,
really
I like
excited.
Some pretty cool design there. Makes it so that dual color can't exploit her.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And even if you did like a, what do you call it? Malice. If you're playing mono, Uro would be like Malice and then Uro, and you'd have no max MP. I mean, I guess you wouldn't need it because you pretty much own the board at that point.
Like there's nothing stopping you from trying it in dual color, but you'll just not be able to do anything afterwards.
410 with Crush doesn't have heavy pierce on it. Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
man.
I mean, it's still really strong because as we've seen, especially with this past tournament, Crush is a very overwhelming mechanic and can just take over the game.
Yep.
She kind of bad? Like, she a bad bitch or
like Michael Jackson bad?
not good?
I don't like this
How do you feel
card.
about the card, Iowa?
It's pretty crazy.
It gets you pretty close to killing Otani, so I'll give it a 5 out of 5.
It gets you close.
Yeah.
Play this 9 MP unit to kill Otani, dude. It gets you close.
I think she's strong, especially if Slow Purple is going to be still popular going forward, which something tells me it might be in the first week.
Yikes.
Like, -6 HP to every unit, that's a pretty hard counter to Mori openers, especially if you can't find something like Sharing Memories to board clear. This is pretty good.
I like all the balances it has to make sure you're not abusing this bitch. It's like, yo, bro, you gotta play it if you want that -6 HP on all the other units.
Yeah.
Which includes your own.
And the catch is that the -5 max MP effect is happening whenever she's on the field. So like after you bring her back with Uro, you're still losing your max MP, but you can't get that negative effect anymore. The only way to do it is to get her back into your pocket, right? Like you have to use what was it? Soren, like you said before.
Yeah.
And also something like Return of the Heretics. And there's some other cards in the game that can bring her back to the pocket. But you'd have to replay her.
Yeah, they did a good job of making sure you can't abuse it, and I like that. But it's still strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool combos you could do with her potentially if you really wanted to get the most out of her. But I think as a standalone unit, like, yeah, she's really good. And I think like more people are figuring out that Orochi is not that big of a deal. Like, I don't know if you guys have like seen Orochi that much over time. Like, he still pops up every now and then, but it's not the scary, all-consuming.
He's very manageable now.
Unit as it used to be, because there's been more like counters created over time to deal with it, and it's not as scary, but it can still do pretty well. This I feel like is just like the new Orochi in some ways, but at the same time you can still deal with it in a few ways. So interesting to see where it ends up.
I dare them to seal this.
I did not realize this was a woman. I thought it was a worm.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was like a space worm. I didn't even notice the boobas.
The boobas.
I mean, it's literally goddess in her name, but yeah, it's a woman.
Well, yeah, but her face is like so small, so I just thought those were like her wings and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that light right there, that was like his eyes. Like
A worm could be a goddess.
Oh.
Yeah,
Amy's a
see?
goddess, and she's not a woman. She's
a doggo.
Exactly.
She's a doggo. She's a good
She's
girl.
Kami.
No, I didn't notice the hair or the horns or the face or the
New
boobas.
Kami, dude.
She is Kami tribe.
I thought it was the Worm God.
Worm God.
Unit's not
Let's-
bad, but I don't think you can reanimate it, right, for the effect.
Yeah, we were
You'd
just
only
saying that.
you'd
like,
only
if you-
get the MP reduction.
Yeah, if you Uro, you get 5 max MP, and you don't get that effect of negative 6 HP.
Tommy support win, dude.
So I think Uro is still in a rough spot. There hasn't been any real support for them.
Good.
I guess the dagger is an okay action for
Good.
Uro, but like they didn't really get much more support here. I think overall with the black reveals, it seems more like geared towards supporting spike launch, which is kind of interesting.
Sign me up. Well, that's my pick. I think that's the most interesting card they've revealed so far is Goddess Miria.
Yeah, definitely different.
Because y'all don't want to hear about Gar anymore.
Gar's cool. Did Thirsty give us a pick?
Oh, my favorite is Ryu, just because I like how he can change in some form and how like any interaction is basically going to transform him. So I think you really have to think about it. I don't think he's the most powerful, but also sometimes I kind of think he is, especially if you get certain setups with him. He's got some crazy forms afterwards, but he does have the possibility of getting. It's really easy to force him into his weakest form, which I kind of like that.
The whelp.
Yeah, the whelp, which still isn't the worst thing, but it's not what you want to pay 7 MP for sure.
The classic Griffith.
Yeah. But I really like him. I mean, I've always been a big fan of like things having like multiple routes or multiple usage. It's kind of why I like, Dark Invitations, a hero art that kind of changes depending on how you play it. Similar with Ryu, just very changing. There's so much going on with him that it's really cool without really seeming like insanely broken. But yeah, like Accession Dragon, mad scary. And even the Warrior, I think, is really good. I like them both.
Nice. Yeah.
My
I think the
favorite
Dragon's
card.
going to be easiest to set up. But yeah, go ahead, Iowa.
Oh, my favorite card is the new 4-mana black card that says you don't die. That one's gonna get played a lot.
Dagger.
Didn't you pull him again with Pearl and Maya to get another Accession? Yeah, you could use Maya to get another one, but the only Accession you can get back with Pearl is the Whelp. Well,
Yep.
Well. Well, this sucks.
It ain't that
just wait till
bad.
you have 10 MP,
Yeah,
have Pearl turn into him, and then just like start spamming out those resonates.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been bringing up Ryu with Pearl because I know Dongo's been mentioning it a lot, and it's not Pearl trying to transform into anything that he is. It's in relation to the dragon form, which does 2 burn every time a unit is placed on the field. So that would be 2 procs of that when you place Pearl, because it's Pearl and then whatever she changes into, and then if she flips back, that's another proc of that. So
Assuming
if that
she
Pearl
lives that
goes,
long.
yeah, assuming she lives that long. But I mean, even so, like dropping a Pearl and getting 4 burn is not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, the Dragon's just doing a lot of split damage in general on top of potential burn. So it's pretty nice. And yeah, I do think the Dragon is my favorite form. I don't know if it's necessarily the best, but it's my favorite.
Oh, I forgot
think-
he starts with a shield. That's dope.
I think Warrior can pop off really hard though if you're playing it at the right time and you do some crazy shit like Midnight Encounter and all this other stuff. But very specific scenario for that, since something will have to die in order to transform.
I think
If you get a
I think
victory,
he-
it's pretty much guaranteed.
he pretty much turns into Trish at that point. This looks a lot like Trish.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
close to Trish stats and effect.
But of course, damage going up too, as
Mhm.
long as it's still out there.
Damage focused in front could be really helpful. I know I've played Trish before where I'm like, please halt the thing in front of you.
It just sucks
And-
because like this one's going to be a lot harder to reach because
Yeah.
of the enemy unit dying requirement. Like you can't just say, "Oh, I can just use Maverick from my Fade to trigger it, and then it'll work." Well, he turns into the Whelp if you do that.
I
you
love
can't do
that they did that.
So it's
I
very
love they did
you
that.
can't use actions to trigger this phase. Like it's gonna be pretty tricky. I mean, if you could time him with like I don't know an Otani attack or something crazy that you also have on the board, or you can I guess put him on the board and then throw out a buff really quick, or like I don't know Shadow Blade. What else kills in purple? I can't think right now.
Shadow Blade support
Blackout
Pog.
wouldn't work, right? Because Blackout banishes.
DI.
I guess DI, yeah. Like there's a couple ways you can do it, but it just seems like more awkward compared to the Dragon effect where you just have to play another unit.
Super cool though.
Yeah.
It's got 2 forms that are really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Got that extra credit.
On
It's a
top of
shame.
it just having like a cool victory effect too in his base
Yeah.
form.
I was gonna say it's a shame he doesn't have a Nightmare form, or else this would just be like classic
Oh,
Z
thank
in a
fucking
couple
God.
ways.
Then I just fucking hate him. You just lose all appeal.
Just give him Nightmare form.
Dude, they're
Especially
all
with all the
they're all in
MP
the
manipulation
Sims, dude.
purple has going on. I think his initial cost isn't as scary as a lot of people thought it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I don't think he's that expensive. That shouldn't be a deterrent for him.
They're all guest characters in The Sims, dude. They got the little green crystals.
Yeah, shield is pretty nutty, since you can combine that with, of course, if you're getting the victory with him to explore for shield, you're getting warrior form, and then you can just apply it, and then all of a sudden they can't block him in warrior form, and he's getting a lot of damage in that time.
It's funny because when we saw like, oh, explore for shield, and it was like, okay, not the shield that we thought.
It's a green card though, which makes 0 sense. I don't know. Like I don't know why all these units are exploring for cards that are outside of their color, and
This probably means there might be another way to explore for this particular type of card.
you'd think so.
We just don't
They
know.
just haven't shown it yet, and I guess they haven't shown the green legendary units yet. So maybe this is a clue.
The green legendary is gonna be Peko, dude. Peko.
Just glad New Gen
Ooh.
Reploids is gone.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
true. Man, Reploids would have been fun with this. I guess you can do it on unlimited.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it really gone? Oh,
Not really. Not 100%.
It's gone as long as I'm playing.
That's a
Not
good
going to
point,
those fucking
Skyridge.
notes.
Good old trauma. Anything? No. Oh my god, they retweeted us. Holy shit, dude. 511? That's some
Nice.
good, that's some good advertising. You guys watching this stream right now?
Any watchers?
The sad Alia card, I know, dude. Fucking looking at social media, dude. She was so sad. She's like, God damn it. The cancel Wolfang. Oh yeah, I started to peek at this before the spoiler, the teaser. Look at all this, dude. This is a blast from the past, dude. Y'all
Oh,
remember
goodness.
these cards? Oh god.
Maybe.
Ah, dude.
Where'd you get that from?
Doll's an alright tier.
This is our.
What?
This is our very
Payback
first
one.
tier list.
What?
Dolls is in all right, dude.
What the hell are these ratings? And Jake's alright. He's just good.
Was
I mean,
this
we
the
can
same with
definitely defend the
Riding
Cammy
Machine?
placement because it wasn't until her nerf that she became godlike.
That's
I
true.
guess.
What's in Dalmadur tier? I can't see through.
Ah,
We had Marvin's here.
Yeah, we ended up not using the Dalamadur tier, I don't think.
Wait, this is
Oh.
missing some stuff. What's in Penguin?
Well, let's see. Because I know sometimes they have a. Oh.
Delete
These
this tier
ha-
list right now.
Yeah.
Delete this shit. What is
I
this?
know
This can't be real.
when I save tier lists on here and then I bring them up later, they always seem to dump the bottom tier back into the pool.
Yeah,
But I don't know why we didn't have
Yeah.
a penguin. We should have a penguin card.
tier maker is weird. This doesn't look finished.
Yeah, this
Isn't this
doesn't
all
look
red and
finished.
green? There's no black in here.
Oh, it's not
Or
finished.
Black or
purple.
purple.
We had X Hunters in Penguin.
Oh shit. So better list would be.
This is so
Penguin.
Yeah, I
funny.
can tell you. I can tell you exactly why Dolls was down there.
Maybe it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly why Dolls was down there, and it was because no one was playing units.
Oh yeah,
What the fuck are you
that's,
targeting?
yeah, that's a good point.
Oh yeah, at the time, Dolls was not good at all.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, we were smart at that back then. Kind of funny to look back at it now, though.
Funny
Yeah,
to put
bit's
X.
just a gimmick, guys. You'll never need to use bit. It's not like bit just won a big tournament or anything.
After half the other cards got nerfed on here.
Exactly. It is funny how things turn around, though.
Oh, nice! I found it.
Bit went from 0 to hero.
So how do I?
You got the full
Man, it
list.
sure felt like HBM, huh? With all the Denjin and Zero running around.
Got the
Yep.
full list here.
That is funny though. Like even when Denjin was top tier back when HBM came out, they weren't really using bit. They were using Incendiary though. I don't know why we had Incendiary and gimmick.
We got.
They didn't need bit because playing a unit out that could be targeted.
Yeah,
on
the bit.
purple was a bad
Bit
idea.
I understand.
We got Maverick's Memories in
Oh, we had
Penguin
two.
because
Okay, so
yeah,
we did have
it
Maverick
could
in there.
cancel anything.
This is back
could
when we
cancel.
didn't need This is back when we kind of changed or didn't have like the rules set. So like God tier only had 3 cards and they're all purple.
And they're all purple.
Yeah. And these 3 definitely make sense.
Yeah, look at that 3 on the Evil Eye, dude. Remember those days?
Dude, look at the great tier green cards. Man,
Looking pretty familiar, dude.
I'm happy they
3
nerfed
on
one of
Ashley.
those.
Yeah, look at that 3 on Ashley. Cody was
mean,
also
Ashley makes
nerfed at some
sense,
point.
Dude,
He's
everything
doing
in red
four.
makes sense for a great tier there. Purple is kind of weird. I don't know about Perry or Metal Shark, but the rest are good though.
Metal Shark
Great.
was a fucking terror for a while.
It was pretty
Gate is
annoying.
only in great
Yeah.
tier because we were maxed out, I think, on God tier, right? And then also Gate was bad back then because you couldn't play units.
No, I think Gate was just average when he first came out, and then again once we started drifting away from the action meta and you were required to play more units more often, then Gate got better for sure. And Rebels makes sense up there because that was like the only way to deal with X Hunters at the time. Just tied to
Perry,
a full one.
dude. Dude,
Yeah,
Perry.
but look how low Calamitous is.
Good. It's good, I guess.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Inborn
It's all right.
down there.
I
and
wouldn't.
good.
I wouldn't run more than
Yeah.
one of it.
What's a 0 crying card? Loss of meaning.
Oh yeah, it makes an
Does-
action in your EX pocket 1 cheaper.
Yeah, -1 discount to any action in your pocket. It's pretty ridiculous.
Ups memory count by 1.
Mm.
Yeah.
Look at Bolt Reavers in good tier.
It's okay. You need a unit to play it on. That's the problem. And speech? Funny. Yeah, if this list was done like a month later, it would have changed a lot. But then...
I'll
if
tell
it
you
was
where we
done a
really
month after
fucked
that,
up. Look at that unnerfed Astalos down there.
Aslo sucks.
Oh my god, dude, that card fucking sucked. Hated that shit.
At the time, I think good made sense for Astalos, but again, after things changed, it definitely bumped up a bit.
Jake, just good. He's okay, I guess.
A lot has happened since this list. The biggest disservice is Surgis under all right, though. I don't know why we did that.
God tier.
Yeah, he's
God
penguin.
tier. In the same tier as fucking Krauser and Nello Angelo, dude.
Doll's memories.
Why is
Surge
Gil
6
so
and Doll's
low?
memories
No,
kinda
Gil's
cracked me
right.
up. Yeah. And then
Velgarder, dude. No, Velgarder never got a chance.
it's funny because the unforeseen destruction negate, it definitely makes sense down there because Maverick's memories were just insane at the time. But it was definitely seeing some tournament play yesterday because it was a really good negate for curse extraction.
Can't believe we didn't think about it being a negate for curse extraction. Back then.
It's just funny how, like, yeah, some of these cards actually see use down the line when newer cards are introduced or older cards get nerfed.
Ooh, bit
It's crazy
and
to see
gimmick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
well, I mean, the other
Oh,
thing too is
man.
back then, even with unforeseen, you had Mavericks, so you didn't need it.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I was
Calculated
saying.
guidance and
Maverick's
gimmick.
memories was just ridiculous at the time.
Jesus Christ.
It just made everyone in the gate look like garbage in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Look at
Yeah,
these.
the assassination list and gimmick tier is cracking me up.
Assassination list and cross blades on the same
And
tier as
Crossblade,
fusion.
Yeah, and calculated guidance. Those are all extremely meta right now for a reason, but it took until rotation for that to happen. That's funny. But there were gimmicks at the time, there were. Because when the hell are you going to see a 3 cost when you're playing against 0?
All these cute cards, god damn. I think that's a lot.
Damn, that set must have sucked.
They had to balance it out somehow. Like, we have cards that are really strong, and the other ones, they don't have a purpose. Tag team, dude. Monka S.
That's great.
All right, let's
Some
hope for the
hard
future
tier.
doing down there.
I think that's the lowest we've ever rated a legendary. It's between either that or Signature.
Or Earth Mothers.
Mother. The original
Yeah,
Mother.
Earth Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though that still found more use in certain decks than hope for the fucking future.
it's true. I think I tried using it in a red-green oral deck. It was just like, yeah, but ouch.
But again, guys, yeah, Oracle, we mentioned that assassination listing gimmick, but you guys have to realize at the time, these cards were useless.
Hilda Hidalgo too. That ended up coming back and being used in Sewers decks.
Like, you know, it's
The only thing that
all
made assassination
hindsight.
lists more playable was Alfred leaving, and Alfred was still there around this time. But you weren't playing Alfred because no one was playing 3 cost because
Yeah, like Alfred
Zero.
really wasn't good for a while. Like, people forget that too. Like, it's pretty funny. Like, Fate was good for a reason.
There it is, the card I didn't like, and you guys are like, I don't know. Fucking Desperate Betrayal or whatever, or the 3-cost red card with Bipson smiling,
Yeah.
having a fucking really good day. I remember some people were like, I don't know, man, that's like 7 damage. I'm like, that sounds like some bullshit, dude.
Card's got like best card in the game.
Best card? It's kind of good back in TOA meta. Yeah, it's true. Broichi.
Dolls was not good at the start.
Maybe it was Oracle. It was yelling real loud for that card, that betrayal card. He's like, yes!
Because no one was playing green. Well, anyone that was playing green was probably only playing Charcha.
I was playing green. It was a bad time.
Charge shot should make it so if your HP goes down, your attack goes down with it.
I agree.
Yeah, nerf it more.
Yep. Get it out of here.
Get it out of here, dude. Gone. Oh, dude, remember this little shit? Kuliaku, dude? Or fucking Yonkutku, sorry.
Yeah, that guy was
Fucking
definitely way worse
chicken.
than Tuke Fox.
I know, right? He is,
But
but it was also pretty bad. I remember being really annoyed at that thing.
Cool.
Oh man, all these cards
But-
going away.
times. Yep. Yeah, this is
Bolt
a
Reaver's in
helpful
good
chart.
tier. Shaking my head.
I mean,
Like,
you know,
You help make the list. You're
yeah, what are you gonna
responsible.
do? Put a unit down and think it's gonna survive a 16 AP Rakoha? Good
yeah,
luck with them.
exactly. Like Rakoha and
All the bounces, brainwash.
Brainwash. X Hunters are charging you down. Shit's tough, man.
This meta was fine.
It was fine.
As the fellow zero player, I agree.
God, I fucking hated that stuff, dude.
time.
You wouldn't believe how much fun I had.
Uh huh.
I had so much fun. Oh my goodness.
You still have the
Holding
plague
all your
Zodiac
negates for
board.
X Hunters. Yep.
Did you hear me, Iowa? Do you still have the Plague Zodiac channel reward?
Yeah. Oh wait,
Might, well,
yeah.
You might have to get rid of that soon.
Might have to get rid of that soon.
Just a heads up.
Find a new Exodia.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to find a new one.
We have Exodia at home. Curse extraction.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is Exodia for sure.
Man, we
For
thought
sure.
Manuela was great. Holy shit. 16 AP rocker for 5 months. Good fucking god. That's a long time.
That was a while. So I think people would lose when playing zero. I don't know how you lose with that deck.
22 AP Dungeon with +2 buff.
Dungeon was really annoying though, yeah. That was like the one thing Zero was afraid of. A good Dungeon was really hard to beat.
Manuela's higher than Cammy. Listen. Different times, different environment.
That's a very different Cammy that was only working in black revival decks.
God, that was disgusting.
Yup.
Because no matter how many actions you had in your hand, you weren't getting a big statted Cammy that was big enough to survive a 16 AP Rakoha.
That shit drove me nuts, dude. That was crazy.
I enjoyed it.
Anyways,
Anyways.
I was gonna say if we're done reminiscing on HBM, good riddance with all of that. We could go into talking about a certain community tournament that was announced on Friday.
Go for it.
boy.
Yeah.
Been waiting
Yeah, so
for
we
it.
have the something me and I have been working on in the back end, and is the next month's community tournament. Wanted to make it a big one because we have, it's the 2nd year anniversary coming up. We have the teams tournament, 2v2, so you will have to find a partner. We set up a lot of Discord channels, either in the TCS Discord or the TEPPEN community Discord, the main community Discord, where you can find a partner, be like, hey, find me a buddy. And I know there's been some questions on how the format works. If Mallet could bring it up, I made a little bit of a visual aid of an example of how these matches are going to go.
Is that on?
It was in the podcast, with the team name examples.
Okay.
Or if you go to announcements here, it should link to it. But I'm also looking at delay screen.
Oh, we got a TEPPEN. We got a Twitch video. Sorry, Twitch video. Game
Oh,
flow can
the
be
video-
explained.
Yeah, the video that is for just joining and using Taunamel. So, but on the Twitter one, there you go. You can't really make that much bigger, huh?
Oh, I can.
Okay. Yeah, so this is just a little images that we created. Probably just link it in the chat as well of kind of how the match is going to go. So The way it's going to work is with your team of 2, you'll have your 3 hero arts, similar to normal tournaments. You can select any of those hero arts going into it, but the same way you select your hero arts, you can select either of the 2 players you want going into the match as well. So players aren't assigned hero arts, but also you're not bringing in 3 per player as well. You're only bringing a total of 3 hero arts. And you'll select your players to play in their first match after you kind of deliberate and be like, who do I want to go first? So if we go to match 1 of game 1, the players will play their match, and then you'll find the winner out, and then you go and get ready for match or game 2 of match 1, or I'm sorry, match 2 of game 1. And what that means is whoever won, you're not allowed to use that player or that hero art again. So really what this means is you have to win with both players and with 2 of your decks and your hero arts. But you can select any of your hero arts in the second match. You know, you're not locked to the same player on the losing team side or the same hero art. And on the winning side, they can select between either 2 of their hero arts as well. So hopefully that makes sense. But basically what it comes down to is both players on your team have to win with 2 of the 3 hero arts that you're bringing. For site registration, only 1 person from each team actually signs up. They'll be including the team name and both the player names in there. So yeah, and only that person will need to check in when it comes to check-in time. If you're in the TCS Discord, I will be tagging, you know, the whole Discord to be like to mention when check-in is starting as well. Yeah, this second image, this is some like example matchups with the example we're using, where Chris beat me using Despair versus Heart Tank. What a surprise! Despair beats Heart Tank. But yeah, so these are just based off of the hero arts and the players. These are all like valid matchups. Obviously, there's more than that because there's different hero arts mixes you can choose as well. But then if you look at the bottom, you'll see these 2 are not allowed because Malik can't use Oichi in this example because Oichi won. Chris can't play a different hero art because Chris won. So yeah, and then
you get your win, you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, you get your win and you're done. You just wait until you progress. It is double elimination, so even if you lose both, your team loses both the matches, you still have a losers bracket to work through as well. The other big thing that was announced on Friday, in case anyone has missed it or missed any of the postings, Gung Ho has decided to put in $2,000 into the pool for this tournament. That's just the minimum amount. We still can put in more. Players can put in more in the Matcherino. Also, if you go to the Matcherino and select contribute and use the code writers, it will add 50 cents for free, just as long as you're already signed up and signed in. You can, yeah, you sign in, use the code writers, and it'll add 50 cents. That's why it's got 50 cents in there already.
Yeah, and no cost to you, so it's free.
Yeah, see, Malik's doing it right now.
Easy.
Oh, look at that, 50 cents.
look at that.
Now it's $1. Now the pot is up to $2,001.
Easy.
Nice.
Best money ever.
What? Fucking 3 clicks, dude.
Easy.
0 participants. Wow. Yikes.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to sign into the Matcherino. That's not done until the winners are decided generally, and then they could just sign in to get paid out.
Dude, 5 team out of 100 team. We see the participants?
You can see, if you select, you can see like their team names.
Oh shit. Dude, Team X Hunters? Who dis?
Secret Moogle? Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Oh boy.
So you can't see the breakdown on the team, so you can't see everyone that's on the team.
You can see the avatar of the person that made the team.
We will also we'll be in a completely new meta, right? So we don't know what it's going to be like as well, and I think HBM leaving is going to be pretty big for the meta as well. It is standard, so not unlimited. So any decks that are rotated are not allowed, and yeah, that's really the only restriction. You are allowed to bring multiple decks for the hero art. The only restriction there is once you use that specific deck in a match, you're not allowed to change it within that match set, that game. So for example, if I use like red green heart tank and I lose, and then Iowa goes in with heart tank, he has to also use the same red green heart tank deck. But if like we progress on to the next match, we can switch it to like mono green heart tank or anything like that. So you can tech in between rounds as well. So that's something to keep in mind. But just remember, once you use that deck in that round, you need to keep it the same while in that round.
Noise.
Yup.
So I know Chris is entered, and it looks like Mallet is also entered, unless Secret just found another Moogle in the TEPPEN community. What do you guys think of the format, or do you have any questions on it?
Sounds good
I
to me.
think it's nice.
Gonna be fast learning for the first 2 weeks of the expansion.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great tournament because you'll have like somebody to work with to figure out the meta. Because I don't know about y'all, but I think players we tend to, when we collaborate, we either collaborate with everyone or we collaborate with ourselves. But in this case, you'll have like one person that you're going to be like, oh, let's try and figure out things in these next 2 weeks, and that's going to take incredible teamwork, and then also it'll reflect in during when tournament time comes. So I'm really excited for the players that participate.
I think that's actually a great point. You'll notice that usually when tournament players go into these big tournaments, they have someone that they collaborate with, but there's still kind of like that fear of kind of showing your hand too much when you're potentially collaborating with your
opponent.
potential opponents. Yeah. Whereas here, you kind of have a partner that you guys can practice with, right? You don't have to kind of go out of your way to look for practice. You have someone on your team to practice with. I mean, even a very recent relevant example was it's very obvious Earth and Karan, practiced and collaborated together for their deck, and it did them both really well. It just they ran into the unfortunate point where they were each other's opponents.
Yup.
And for anyone signing up, you can change your hero arts up until check-in, which is an hour before the tournament starts. So you're not stuck to any hero arts when you sign up. You can change them afterwards, anytime before that.
I'm gonna pick Nina. If I pick Nina, does my partner have to also have Nina?
No, so that's actually a really good question, because the hero arts on there are separated by the skins, because Tanamel does provide that. But if you like run Nina and then the other person uses Jill, as long as you're following the same rule of once a deck is used, it stays on the same deck, you are perfectly fine with that. Like I'm not gonna say that like a whale is forced to use their ugly normal default heroes, while then the other player is like, well, I can't use the special skins because I am poor. Like, no, that's fine. Like, you can use Phoenix and Shun and mark that as the same one. I wasn't specifically talking about the Jill skin. Maybe I was talking about someone else, Ainsworth.
Wow.
What?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Everyone's always testing my commands to make sure they're up to date.
I got something. Oh, wait, it's not a
yeah.
command, but it's
That
something nice.
It's something nice. That's why we got the stop seal, dude.
But don't stop my seal. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
It's a good command. I love that command. Dude.
I like it.
Just a different tournament site than we used before. No. Should be the same.
It is if you haven't played in a tournament since I last did a Smash GG tournament, which was a long time ago.
Long time ago. Is Iowa gonna join the tourney? Ooh.
Maybe.
I think you should.
Don't make me run an ad. We already ran an ad, dude. We did the Sears commercial.
Oh, true. Another Scorcher.
I hope everyone
Yeah, I know.
enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun.
I know for Iowa, Saturdays are a little iffy, but so hopefully you can join Iowa.
Actually, my schedule changed. Saturdays are okay. As long as work doesn't have any surprises.
Nice. Hopefully no surprises. I will not be joining the tournament, which is why I turned Skyridge down, and why I would turn Iowa down, because I have to be running the tournament, and that's it's a lot of work.
It is incredibly a lot of amount of works.
A likely excuse.
I am I am doing my best to make running the tournament as smooth as possible, and my goal is to get it where like I can run the tournament and even actually join the tournament as well. That is one of my goals. Also, we do have some commentators lined up as well. We will have cosplay, fitness commentating, as well as Durian IRL commentating as well.
Oh wow, Darian, nice.
Cool.
Got him.
God.
You know, actually, talking about tournaments, I have a couple friends that, you know, own the local game store near us, and they like to run big tournaments or provide coverage for tournaments for this other card game that I used to play. And what was nice was when they were doing all their streaming stuff, they use like a stream deck that people, while they're playing their games and there being the feature match on the table, they just like press buttons to keep the stream going. And there's like instructions like which buttons do you press to do what, and then they just play out their match, press the buttons, and it eliminates somebody from being like the streamer all the time, if that makes sense. Like having to watch it all the time. So maybe if we had that, Thirsty could join us.
Some kind of third
Oh,
party.
don't worry. We're almost there. I'm almost there to where I can handle it. Where I'd be able to handle it both. That's why I went through the trouble of setting up an iPad for streaming matches yesterday. That way I can use that and then have my own phone for playing.
Yes, yes.
Bat signed up. Wow. Whoa. Who's Bats? Bats.
This is also the.
I already know who's Bat's teammate.
Oh shit! Who is it? Oh, I can actually look this up. I have the power.
I know 'cause I was watching Discord.
Bat Tep.
A TEPPEN.
Bat Tep. Is it Robin?
Better be Robin. Team Washed.
Washed. Ooh, I know who it is.
No, I know who it is.
I know who it is.
That's all I need to read.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might not be who you think it is, but
That's all I need to read.
No, I know who it is.
Alpaca.
Who is it?
Alpaca's a
Everyone
classic.
knows who it is, though.
Yeah, that's Alpaca.
He said.
Oh.
He said it.
He said it.
He said it.
Oh, one more thing. If you are looking for somebody to partner up in the tournament, in both of the TCS Discord and the main TEPPEN community Discord, we have chat. Is it chat channels? Yeah, chat channels that you can try and find a partner that hasn't been taken yet. I call it the free agent channel.
Free agent. Sick.
Yeah. I see one guy right now that's looking for a partner. So if you're looking for, somebody to enter this tournament with, listen, there's a lot of fish in this sea.
Very nice to have something like that. Yeah, just go to the community Discord. You got free agents. You got tournament chat. Noise. So yeah, that's on July 17th, and it's even on the calendar.
And just a friendly reminder of the rules: you're not allowed to use the same hero twice. Just in case someone signed up recently and I took a peek and noticed they had the same hero twice. Just thought I would say that. Maybe they're in chat. Maybe they would hear it.
Who?
Who is it? Who did it?
Who did that?
Who did what?
That's fair. That's fair. I figured as much too, but just in case, because some people don't realize it. I do forget that.
Dude, $2.05, dude. Insane.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, Ainsworth in the last tournament almost came in with 3 Ryus, and I had to tell him, it's no, that was the character loyalist tournament. We're not doing that again.
Oh yeah, I should probably send that link over.
Oh yeah, follow him on Twitch, follow him on Twitter, follow him on MySpace, follow him on YouTube.
I gotta
Twitch,
say,
I
I'm
need
not a
to-
fan of the Matcherino makeover.
Yeah, right. It actually looks less professional.
Less
Top
professional.
contributors. Look at
I don't know
this.
where everything is. It makes my brain sad.
What payouts? First place pay to JP. You know you're gonna pay Japanese player.
Maybe. Probably. But maybe. We might actually still be adjusting the payouts. That's something me and I will need to discuss. Just because with the team format, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
So instead of doing a top 8 payout, which would be paying out to 16 players, we might do something like a top 4, because the payout would be split between the 2 players. And then do adjustments based off of that.
Yes. But it's gonna be fun. Do
Prize
you-
pool is mounting.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you have what it takes to get a piece
You
of
and a
this
buddy.
2K prize pool? Yeah.
Are you
me
bad
and a
enough
buddy.
dudes?
Or do
You scared
that.
what duos JPs will bring? Oh, that's fucking. Actually, didn't think about it. Scary.
Yeah. Earth probably has a lot of people in his inbox right now. That's all I
Yo,
gotta
man,
say.
you want to make $1,000?
Or slide
Let's
into his
go.
DMs.
I mean, Karan liked both the initial post and then my second post with the team breakdown, and it's already collaborated with Earth before, so
Yo, look at these payouts right now. These payouts are sick. Wait. There, dude. Look at those payouts. You stand to make $1.27 if you get first place.
Oh yeah, I need to
Oh shit.
remove that. I didn't even know that stuff was public. Hold on, give me a second.
Good old Maturino just changing everything.
Oh,
Also, I have a challenge for anyone else that hasn't signed up. If you can have a better team name than Grave Wave, because that's just hands down the best team name right now.
damn.
Who's on that team?
Well, I'm guessing Spooky. I have no idea who could be the wave part of that then.
It said have
Now you-
both the team members' names in there, and I was like, how?
No, y'all
Yeah,
can't
I was gonna-
see.
I was gonna enforce that, but I just decided not to, because the JP, when they did the 3v3 team, they had it like they had their team name, and then in parentheses they included all the player name.
Yeah.
But I feel like no way of me actually telling players to do that would actually, or maybe I can go in and do it myself. I can,
A lot of work though.
maybe.
It wasn't like too much work.
I'm doing it.
Team X Hunters, dude. That's you can't have 3 people. You can only have 2, so you got to leave out one of them. Copy paste is hard.
I mean, it depends. If we had like 100 teams sign up, which would be tight, but then also spike my anxiety on scheduling the thing, it would be tight. Be a lot of work.
A lot of work regardless.
Well, thankfully this one's on a Saturday. Oh my god.
Still got 2 weeks, 3 weeks, kind of.
I'm probably gonna have to go in there and adjust it just because people change their in-game name all the time as well.
Yeah.
Chandlo walls.
No one. I either like when it gets like, please put your Discord name in here. I either get someone that puts the name but they don't put the number, or they put the number with no name. Very few people do the whole thing.
People are great. Can you add like a description and then just like
It's there. It says please include account name and 4-digit number after the name. In English and Japanese. It's there.
there should be a study, and the study will be like, why do 80% of people do not read? I'm one of them, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Any
no,
readers?
me too. I think that study has been done, and yeah, that's why I went through the effort of making that visual aid for the teams thing. It's got pictures. People like pictures.
Oh.
That was actually one of my, when I was first talking to Tonamel about like what features would you think would be helpful. I was like, let me add images to the description and announcements, please, because people don't read.
True.
I know I don't.
Mm-hmm. But there you go. If you look at participants now, you can see all the players' names included with their team name.
Participants. Wow, excellent. You only put Chandler in there. Bad Jam. Looking good.
Yep.
Earth Black, please, dude.
It's
So,
fine.
War Gray.
Oh.
That's cool.
These teams, though, I know. Can't wait to see it. In
These
the last
teams.
48 hours when everyone signs up.
I'm digging the secret Moogle. I like that.
Yeah, it sounded really good.
Tigger Moogle is also my second favorite team name on here.
Damn,
Hmm.
so close. Mallet Walls didn't sound as good.
Mallet walls.
Anything else regarding the community tournament? We covered everything. Secret wallet. Chandler walls though, dude.
Time to change your team name.
God damn it. I think that's gone over everything, dude. Kind of bug, kind of. Dude.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we did it.
We did it. Wait.
Can we have it beat Chandler walls?
I don't know, man. So many names to choose from. Secret snacks, dude. Change it. Yes, dude. We'll figure it out. Unless he changed it. Dude.
What's a morgue?
Yes, I do suppose that is quite.
I do not know.
Oh.
I looked it up too, and I was like, I still don't know.
Need to get back to work on my custom set. Y'all getting me all excited to make some new cards. There could be some quest cards in there though. That's why I wasn't working on the set. Wanted to put quest in there.
That's a evergreen excuse. You can always wait every 2 months and be like, nope, this is why.
This is why. New mechanic, Pog. Anything else to cover? I think hit all the bases that I wanted to hit. Unless there's a special topic you guys want to cover.
I covered my special topic.
Any new streamers?
I
Maybe.
could think of one that we
Oh, yeah?
all know and appreciate.
Mhm.
The Destroy Wave.
In here. Leeman. Is Leeman in here?
About Wesker virus.
Wesker virus, you guys know
Who?
under many different names. But he has been streaming as of the last, I think, 48 hours.
Yeah, he's been a couple days.
I saw Tisa
Nice.
tweet it out, and I was like, no way.
Yesterday
Oh, yeah?
and today.
Nice.
So you just go to TV/Ali-Min-Shin. If you're looking for another Twitch streamer that's in that TEPPEN business, they've been doing it. Making a bunch of different decks too. So, check them out. Anyone else? Any other new streamers?
Not that I've seen, but do want to add that Lee Min did get third in the last community tournament, and best of my knowledge,
Oh, cool.
hasn't entered in this tournament, so might be a free agent out there for those looking
yeah.
for partners.
Hustle
Oh,
teammate.
yeah. Free agent Pog. And he has
Never
work?
mind.
No.
Got work.
Weird.
Oh, that sucks.
Yup.
any streams of your guys coming up in this following week or this current week?
Yep.
Streaming, everyone's streaming.
Yep.
This expansion's gonna be crazy, of course. Everyone's gonna be on, I'm sure. But I'll be on TEPPEN as long as I can be on an expansion day for the typical marathon. But I'll try to stream a couple days leading up to it as well because I need to play ranked still.
Yeah, I'll be having a sweaty rank stream at some point, probably tomorrow. So I can see if I can push for a little bit higher. If not, oh well. But
yeah, it's pretty important. I know 2100 is a safe spot, but it's probably not going to be like top 50. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
We got a day and a half left for ranked match. Jeez, I gotta sit down sometime soon and get that done. Do you have my great fall or my great climb? Who even plays ranked? I don't know.
I should. Got nothing to lose at this
Steaming
point.
later tonight, dude. Ace will be on later. Nice.
yeah, I thought about doing it tonight, but I really just want to play Guilty Gear. I still haven't sat down and done that, so that's what I'll be doing tonight.
You want to get smacked up by Potemkin? Let me know.
What are you playing on PC or PlayStation?
I have both.
All right, let's play on PlayStation. I haven't played Iowa. You can be my training partner.
Sure. I like to spam moves though, so.
Oh, I know. We played Street Fighter together. I saw how your Kage played.
Oh, rip.
Damn.
So no one's going live after this?
Not me.
I'm taking a short break before I do.
You're gonna be playing Guilty Gear though, right?
Yeah. But if we need someone to raid, there is a old TEPPEN player that is playing some Monster Hunter right now.
Oh yeah.
Old TEPPEN
Does he have Monster
player.
Hunter?
It's a Monster Hunter main now.
Yeah.
Doing some Monster Hunter Rise. Shmo Monhan.
Monhan.
Yeah,
Shmo.
let's send him over there.
Monhan.
Monhan. Is that it?
Yep.
You guys got any other topics before we head out?
Nope.
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 roll that beautiful skyline.
Okay. Woo! I remember to change the transition. Otherwise, we're gonna watch the commercial again.
Another scorcher.
Another scorcher.
Oh man.
Tell me that wasn't funny.
Can we rate Shmo? We'll rate him tomorrow. We'll rate him now.
Yeah. I'll rate now. I can't get over that. Oh, would see it so many times where it's just like, oh my god, stop.
Stop. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah, we out of here, dude.
Ah.
Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you next week with a fucking brand new expansion. Holy crap.
Just a couple days.
Oh my
Let
god,
it
we did
rock
after the
for a week before we
qualifiers?
start tier lists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. Should we? That would be the 12th. Be kind of late, though. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. And they're rated.
Oh, I'm so tired. So fucking tired.
Glad I didn't